All right. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? We got ourselves a big ol' account review today. I just pulled a Tyler one over there. If you're not familiar with his content, he starts off every stream by speaking a bunch of fucking gibberish. And yeah, that definitely didn't make a lot of sense towards the end there. Anyways, so yeah, we got a big account review day. I've actually got a couple of other videos that I wanted to make as well, some fast and quick ones. And I realized that I should probably do something that I haven't ever actually done before as well. While we're at it, and that's review my own account. Yeah, I should probably actually review my own account as well because I've realized I've been getting a lot of questions about like what the builds on my characters are and shit like that. And I realized, wait, it's probably because nobody actually knows what's on my account. You see like bits and pieces of it on stream and in the videos, but not like an actual thorough overview of where I've actually invested in shit. So, yeah, that probably actually is one that we might end up filming as well. What is this? Show exploration percentage as well? What are you, my fucking auditor? Get the fuck out of here, brother.
Milliaster Wonderland keeps...
Okay, we're gonna have to watch this one. Okay, I already know this is gonna be good. Oh yeah, I was just looking on Twitter, guys. The Gacha smack situation is kind of crazy, isn't it? I'm just gonna be real over there. I'm just gonna be real over here. The amount of shit that I've seen, people everybody is fucking. It's like I'm playing Hearthstone. It's like I'm playing Hearthstone and everyone's a fucking grim patron, bro. It's like. Everyone, get in here! Straight up, like I'm seeing it, it's like the goddamn Avengers scene in Septimon. If I'm frankly being honest, like we got like life lessons. The fucking Montellis appearing here out of nowhere. Just I'll handle the Fraxinus side, right? It's This is gone crazy, man. I've just been like watching it from the sidelines, and I'm just like, oh man, he really pissed some people off. So, I was like, this is a 9.5, but bro kind of pissed people off. He's still rated a 9.5 though, so that's the funniest thing to me. It's that. He gave it a 9.5, and there's still like this much discourse about it. Yeah. So I guess it wasn't the score all along, boys. I guess it was never the score in the first place. Jesus Christ. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that Gacha Smack would be the one to put the nail in that coffin? that it's just the score. Because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen somebody getting this much shit for rating it a 9.5 ever. I've never seen somebody get this much shit after rating a story a 9.5. I'm just going to be real. I'm just going to be real. Yeah, I think the score doesn't really matter. I guess people really didn't like his point on Fraxinus. I guess people really didn't like that point on Fraxinus. Because, like, fucking everybody is getting in on it. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll put out a response soon. But yeah, they got this video over here. The new Genshin Impact Cosmetics Gacha is awful. A nice 6-minute video, and you can probably tell.
Milliaster.
I would say pretty good voiceover as well. Bro, it actually reminds me of, like, this might be the Hero Hey alt account. Yeah, I feel like this is Hero Hey's alt gacha account. And all he does is talk about random gacha shit in there. No lie, right?
Milliaster Wonderland.
It sounds like it, doesn't it? It sounds like Hero Hey's alt. All right. All right. All right. All right. That's enough. That's enough out of the way over here. That is enough out of the way over here. Let's go get a... We might react to those. We might react to that one real fast, actually. But there's another video that I wanted to make relatively expediently, because it's an issue, right? That I feel like everybody who is not like I feel like every single player who's above UL 50 is experiencing this issue right now. I'm just going to be real with you. Okay. All right. Alrighty. Ooh, that is... Ooh, I should probably go place myself next to a Tacet field, because that's what this video is going to be about, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be about Tacet fields, and the fact we have not had a new one since version 2.4. Just so you know, we haven't had a Tacet field since 2.4.
Where my blades
And
leads.
I think it's slowly starting to
Triumph
become
follows.
like a bit of like a concern, because I'm just like, are they done making Tacet fields? I'm genuinely wondering if they're just done making Tacet fields, because then we have a much bigger conundrum on our hands over here when it comes to like how certain like resources, currencies, stuff like that are working. Maybe they're saving them, maybe, right? But the thing is, it's just like you can already see where there are a lot of like cracks in the system from not having any Tacet fields. The main one being, guys, what if I was somebody
In one strike.
that doesn't have like the 2.x characters before 2.5? Like what if I pulled any unit after version 2.5? I think that's the part that I'm like thinking about, because it's like, imagine somebody started and they pulled Augusta and
Entertain me.
What Tacet field are they farming? Oh, game sound is too loud? Yeah, probably. Like, what Tacet field are those people farming? I'm legitimately wondering. Because, like, you're gonna feel like you're, like, wasting time, or you're, like, wasting resources, right, on these fields. When it's like, oh, if you pull, like, a Lupa, right, you pull, like, a Cartithia, you feel like you're getting, like, additional efficiency.
Keep up.
Right? It's just, I think it's a problem for veteran players, and it's a problem for new players as well. I feel like it's a problem for everybody. Because it's like, okay, you either have to, like, farm a field, like both situations have to end up farming a field where they don't need the pieces to get the tuners that they need to go level up their Nightmare Nest pieces. And so it's just like this weird conundrum that we have going on. Where it's just like not a lot of like the resource acquisition makes a lot of sense. All right, let's go ahead. Let's start breaking this issue down. All right. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to talk about an issue today in Wuthering Waves that I think affects any player as long as like you're above UL 40 or above UL 50. For the more unacquainted players, that takes about a week or two, perhaps even less, a day if you're grinding fast enough, of gameplay time to actually get you there. And the situation that I'm going to be talking about is what's exactly behind me. A Tacet field. And this is the Tacet field that appeared in version 2.4 of Wuthering Waves. And it's also the last Tacet field we've gotten in the game. We haven't gotten a new one ever since. And you can see the sets that it's providing over here are things like, let me just move my camera. It's going to provide things like the Windward Pilgrimage set, as well as the Flaming Clawprint set, right? Best in slot sets for Cartithia and Lupa. It's been something that we've known for a while. And the situation is, well, these are starting to become a bit of an issue when it comes to the actual Echo grind. And the reason for that is simple. Kuro Games has made a bit of a strategic move. I'm still a little bit iffy about the implementation to essentially replace the addition of new Echo sets by not putting them into Tacet fields, but instead putting them into Nightmare Purification fields ever since version 2.5. And something that's clearly occurred ever since version 2.5 is the fact that pretty much every single new character that is released or has been released or is going to release is using sets from these fields, right? You've got Frolova over here, who's using the Dream of the Lost set over here. Zero Resonance Energy, all of that. You got Augusta and Yuno using Crown of Valor. You've, of course, got Chuyan using Law of Harmony. And Galbraina, the newest edition, using Flame Wings Shadow. But the situation is pretty clear. Performing these Nightmare Nests, farming these materials, they don't actually give you any tuners. They also don't give you any tubes. And so the route that every single player is currently on, and the only route you can actually progress on, is to build these new units. You have to spend time farming Tacet fields, right? That don't contain the sets that you necessarily want in order to level up the Sonata sets that you're getting from the Nightmare Nests. Because like I said before, these don't give the same resources as Tacet fields. They only drop the echoes. They don't give you the tubes and the tuners you need to actually level them up. And this isn't necessarily an issue if you're farming for Galbraina or Chuyan, because of course, these are 3-piece sets. You need 2-piece bonuses to actually activate them. And conveniently, the newest Tacet field that was in 2.4, newest is an odd word to use, drops 2-piece arrow and 2-piece fusion sets that you can easily use for those units. But the situation clearly becomes a little bit more complicated when you think about, well, all of the other Nightmare Nests and all of the other sets that are involved, right? You need a 2-piece arrow for Yuno, which is, it can't be covered, right? But you need a 2-piece Electro for Augusta. There's only 1.0 Tacet fields that have those. And of course, you want another 2-piece Havoc for your Frolova over here. And the end result is that these Tacet fields have started to become really, really clunky in their implementation. And the reason for that is quite simple. You have to just end up, if you're a veteran player, right? Somebody that's built all of your characters, somebody like me who just builds every single unit on release, you're now farming a bunch of sets that you literally don't want or don't really need. They're going right into fodder, and it just feels like a very wasteful process. And I think a lot of people would simply prefer this alternative. If Nightmare Nests, after you clear them for the day, they just get converted into a Tacet field that you can go ahead and then proceed to spend wave plates on to get the same rewards, right, that you would be getting from a Tacet field. And this is a change that's been requested numerous times. I've requested it numerous times across many videos on my channel. It's just a way to be able to focus the farming time and just not make it seem like so much of a convoluted chore to do things like spend your wave plates every day, because this is a double Tacet field claim is one of the main ways that endgame players are doing their dailies, because, well, echoes are the main progression you have. But then you just feel like you're going around and then hopping over to all of these afterwards. And it's just a lot of... It just feels segmented and doesn't make a lot of sense. Next, let's talk about how this issue is actually even worse for newer players. So the issue that I'm talking about over here is pretty simple for newer players. Imagine if you're somebody that started in version 2.7. And your goal, right? Your goal is to build Galbraina. Awesome. So you go ahead, you pull her. You're like a UL 30, UL 40, UL 50 guy. You're still in Jinzhou and the start of Rinasita. You want to know what the reality of the situation is? Is that I don't even think you're able to access these Tacet fields until you advance, these Nightmare Nests, until you advance all the way into the story, into the region where they're available. So you would have to go and unlock Sangui's Plateau. Unless something has actually changed, these are actually story locked. So the best in slot sets for these units, there's actually no way to get through them other than to do the entire story. And I'm just going to be real over here. They should add some sort of early access to these, much like they have like domains, just so newer players can actually start farming the pieces for their characters and they don't feel incentivized to rush the story. And I would dare say this is probably also an issue that affects Tacet fields as well. I'm actually pretty sure that they affect Tacet fields as well. But the thing is, as long as you unlock the map region, you can go into the Tacet fields, right? But when it comes to Nightmare Purification Nests, some of them are actually literally quest locked. It isn't enough to actually reach the area. To do things like spawn these Tacet fields, you've got to actually progress like the 2.5 quest to a certain area, and you got to progress the 2.6 quest to a certain area. And, well, depending on the type of player you are in a gacha, that's a pretty big incentive to start skipping some of the best story quests the game has ever had, because the story quests, with their multiple hours of length, are literally preventing you from reaching, well, your daily claim that resets every day. So you got elements of like FOMO where it's like, oh, I don't want to miss the daily reset because then I'm going to like waste resources, right? They're going to refresh tomorrow. I want to make sure that I expend all my uses today. You've got that tied with the high quality of the story. And the end result is, I'm pretty sure it's happened, a lot of people are probably going to be incentivized to skip the story so that they can build their units as fast as possible. And then maybe go like watch it later online, something like that. Hopefully they do that, or they've ruined their story experience. So I'm just kind of taking a very player-centric view about this entire situation. I feel like there's just a lot of clunk here that a veteran player is going to experience, because they're just like, why am I even farming half of these Tacet fields when like I literally don't need any of the pieces anymore, and now I'm going to have to go through the chore of managing my inventory because I'm just not able to expend resources where I want. And now you have the new player issue of, I can't even access certain ways to upgrade my character and build them in the right way. I'm like over here just bumming it on like 1.0 sets until I finish 30 hours of story. I'm surely not going to skip any of the story to, I'm just going to sit through all 30 hours of it all in one sitting just to be able to build my units, and I'm going to take it piece. Nobody's like, you can see what's going on over here and the types of player or the types of playing habits that this is going to form, right? You're either somebody that's, taking the game giga casually, and then you're perfectly fine with delaying all of your character progression so you can take the story at your own pace, or you're somebody that's like a gamer who likes progressing in the game and likes being good in the game. Then the best way to do that is to literally skip the entire story. I think that this is not promoting the best types of habits, and it might actually be leading to a lot of potential disengagement from certain parts of the player base. Because why can't these just be early access? Why can't these be early access? Now, let's talk about the final issue, in my opinion, that's really impacting the newer players. Let's say you're somebody, right, where you've unlocked the Nightmare Nest, you've unlocked all the Tacet fields that you need, but you're free to play, right? Let's just say you've taken a lot of time, and Galbrena, and Augusta were the only units that you were able to pull. Now you're in the circumstance as a free-to-play where you don't really have any other units on your account that benefit from any of the older Tacet fields. Have you thought about that for a second? Let's just say her, and maybe Frolova. These are the only 4 units you have on your account because you started in version 2.5 or you started in version 2.6. Again, to build those units, you need to go farm the Nightmare Purification Nest and then a bunch of random ass Tacet fields that have nothing to do with the character, and then you're just building up as a new player, right? When your resources are the most important to manage properly for progression. You're now you're now in a state where like maybe you're building Augusta and your best decision is to do like a 1.0 Tacet field. And it's clear, these sets are power crept to shit. And you never actually want to use one of these, like a full 5-piece set, on any of the newer characters anyways. And so it's like, you just end up in like this weird area of like resource prioritization as a, as an early game player. And it's just like, okay, to make up for that, you can just like grind the overworld and do all of that. But it's also a matter of just like, I don't necessarily think that's a good overall solution, because it's going to incentivize burnout. Because in this situation, I don't feel like players are farming the overworld out of like a want. They're now starting to farm the overworld out of like a necessity. because they can't get the shit they need from what's available over here, so they feel forced to farm the overworld. And that, in my opinion, is like negative reinforcement. You should want to echo farm, right? You should want to go into your databank, look up all these sonatas, do all of this because you want to, right? You really want to perfect that piece. You don't want to have to go into here because you're like, yeah, there's literally no other option, or every other solution is dog shit. Because all I'm getting are trash sets if I do the Tacet fields, but I still need 2-piece bonuses to activate my 3-piece sets and stuff like that. And it's just that kind of negative reinforcement that's like taking you to this menu. I'm just gonna be honest over here. I feel like it's an incredibly powerful way of just promoting burnout in players. So for me, it's really just about making this stuff a lot more accessible, making this stuff a lot more seamless for any player at any stage in the game. And here's going to be my final summary of the changes that I'm suggesting. Give early access to every single player for every single Tacet field after they hit UL 40. You really shouldn't even be spending your wayplates on Tacet fields until UL 40 or 50 anyways, because that's when you start getting gold tuners and stuff like that, right? So I think that they should be unlocked everywhere once you hit UL 40. And I think Nightmare Purification Nests, they should all be unlocked by the time you hit like databank level 20 or stuff like that, right? Just something along like something along these lines when you have like close to 100% 5-star drop rates on the Nightmare Nest. Hell, you can make it unlock earlier as well. But the thing is, I've already done these Nightmare Purification Nests, right? I've already done these Tacet fields. There's no story spoilers in these. Like, you're not gonna go ahead and be like, oh my gosh, my experience in Septimonte and Raguna were ruined by the fact that I had access to the Mornfell Canyon, the Bior Waters, and the Bricoli Islands Tacet field. No, that's not really something that occurs. And the thing is, right, you should also be doing the same thing for the Nightmare bosses as well. Specifically, only the Hecate one, because that's the only one that feels horrifically story-locked. But honestly, you could say the same thing for ones like the Kelpie. Kelpie and maybe the Lampuloban Myriad as well, depending on where they are on the map, because I think these are in Bior Waters and need you to do version 2.2. I'm just all about letting people enjoy the content in the game in the pace that they want to. And what's clear right now is that character progression is inherently tied to the story. And when you're in a circumstance as a newer player where you just can't build your units until you bum rush the story or until you complete it, you're at a pretty severe crossroads when there's so much time-limited content, time-limited in the game. Because you need built characters to do all these game modes. And now you're on like that internal timer of, am I going to take the story at the pace that I want, not be able to build my goddamn units until I complete it, and then miss out on all of these rewards? Or am I just going to click the skip button, butcher my experience with the story so that I can actually play the rest of the game and build all the new units? Because again, we're thinking about it from the perspective of a newer player who only has new units to build because that's what's available on Banner when they're playing. And I'm not gonna lie, it feels like this part of the experience is something that has kind of been laid to the wayside. And the last solution that I'll be talking about, right, is in regards to, of course, the veteran players. And that is, just give some sort of option for these Nightmare Purification fields to, like, be done with wave plates. They've already started becoming like a part of like the daily loot for a lot of players. And right now, so many veterans are at the point where they're just like mindlessly farming a random ass Tacet field for no actual reason because they don't need the pieces. It's just building up fodder to go like build into other echoes. And it just feels like a segmented, disjointed, and nonsensical process of like, I need to do all of these to level up all of these, and then I'll get a bunch of these that I don't need. And that's just, let's just be honest here, that's another point of friction that doesn't necessarily need to be there. I don't know, maybe put a time limit on them or something like that, right? Make it so that, oh, for the first week of a Nightmare Nest, you can't turn them into Tacet fields. But a week after you complete a Nightmare Nest, or the week after a Nightmare Nest releases, then it can be converted into a Tacet field if they don't want people building their new units too fast. I don't know. It's just I feel like we're coming to a head with this issue, given the fact that version 2.4, which was over 100 days ago, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that's the last time we've had a new Tacet field. And, well, hopefully there will be more. But it still begs the question, are Tacet fields just straight up dead? And are all new sets just going to be on Nightmare Purification fields? I don't know. And the thing is, this might actually become like an outdated feature. So, yeah, if that's the case, I do feel like there's a lot of changes that need to be made to the overall system. Hopefully this video and the overview that we provided, and, you know, the whole, like, new player perspective has, you know, given you all the justification for why I think we need all these changes. So, yeah, that'll be that for that one, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all thought. Peace. Alrighty. Let me go get that one ready for the boys. There's a point to farm the Havoc set for Chisa if she is Havoc, and then a set for Chuya. Well, this is the thing, right? Great. Assuming that you farm this one, right? Assuming that Chisa's a Havoc character that can use this 2-piece, right? Great. Now you got a Gust of Welkin one, and now the pieces of Windward Pilgrimage that you have over here can't work with the Gust of Welkin one. Like, Are you guys beginning to see how, like, much of a headache this is going to become as time goes on? It's like, you farmed this for Chuyan and Galbrena. Now you're saying you could farm this for Chuyan and Chisa, but it's like they're not the same set. So it's like, if you were to start farming this one, then none of the pieces from here can combine with it. It's just a walking headache at this point. It's so much unneeded complexity in, like, your planning, where it's just like, you're just wondering, why the fuck is this even in here? Like, why does the system work like this at this point? I understand there's a lot of, like, combinations and stuff, but it's also just like, there's a good chance you don't need any of these. The Nightmare system's not that bad. I don't think it is. But the thing is, not being able to level up the Nightmare system until you engage with the Tacet field system is like, it's turning into an issue with every single version and every single new Nightmare Nest that releases. It's becoming a pretty significant one. Okay. All right. That's that one. Okay, that's a neat little video. And hopefully we get some actual updates there. Okay. Okay. Give me a claim all button. Yeah, they definitely need a claim all button too. Yeah, they definitely need a fucking claim all button too. Okay, well, that's our Tacet field video that we were gonna cover today. That's a pretty cool one. Why don't we give a quick look to this one while the day is still young? Why don't we give a quick look to this one while the day is still young? Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Musashi over here with some pretty harsh words to share about Genshin and their 6.1 update. And one thing clear about the opinion that I've had about Genshin 6.1 is the fact that I feel like the UGC's implementation is one of the most questionable things I've ever seen. And to dedicate from your 45-minute Genshin livestream over 50% of it, over 22 minutes, to just advertising the UGC in the most shameless way possible, was something that, I'm going to be honest, really killed my vibe for that update. So it appears that it's done the same thing for Musashi over here, because he's saying the new Genshin Impact Cosmetics gacha is awful. I've shared the same thoughts after seeing the fact that they have like green commons, blue rares, purple super rares, and then like gold SSR clothing. Let's go ahead and take a look at why he thinks this is the case.
Milliaster Wonderland keeps blowing my mind. This time, it's because it's bringing us Halloween.
This guy reminds me, he makes me think this is like Hero Hayes' alt account. Like Hero Hayes' Gacha alt account. Ever since he got like invested in like the VA drama, like he actually secretly took over this channel.
In Genshin Impact. Never thought I'd see the day. Look, I said I didn't care about cosmetics in my last video about the Wonderland, but they probably got me with this. And who'd have thought, since I recall the devs saying holidays like this would never be part of the game. Clever little sneaks, using an alternate world mode to add them, which
I don't feel like that's the worst thing ever, having like holiday themed, like Halloween, Christmas skins like that. It is definitely something that Genshin has done occasionally during like the Lunar New Year. But yeah, at the cost of like several $100s via a gacha system, I don't know about that one.
which means I'll likely have to suffer through the topic of this video, the Milliaster Wonderland Cosmetics Gacha. I'll be blunt, it sounds rough. Don't get me wrong, I am still hyped for this super creative mode to release, but man does the cosmetic gacha side of it seem harsh.
Do keep in mind that this is somebody that's looking forward to the UGC mode. I'm somebody that kind of is in the boat of, okay, this is like a big call out to me that the Genshin devs have become so creatively bankrupt that they can't design their own game modes anymore and need to hire a bunch of 10-year-olds to do it. But there are still some people that are fans of it. But what seems relatively universal is that there's a lot of questions about their 5-star socks, 5-star gloves, 5-star shirt system.
Let's break it down with what info we have, because in typical gacha fashion, said information is convoluted and written like it expects the reader to draw a diagram to understand it. There are two types of banners, standard and limited.
I remember this part from the live stream. I'll let him explain it. It's genuinely funny.
Let's begin with the standard banner. Pulling on the standard banner requires geodes of replication, a currency acquired by playing in the Wonderland. 70 pulls on the standard banner guarantees a 4-star outfit. No, you did not hear that wrong. There are no 5-star items on the standard banner.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The only way, at least from what we're seeing over here, to obtain the 5-star outfits is to either get the credit card ready or get your Discord daddy's credit card ready. Because the feature that they got in this game mode, by the way, guys, is people can buy things for you. You can get gifted 5-star outfits. Imagine the number of 40-year-old men that are going to be pretending to be 10-year-olds to get these outfits. And imagine the number of 40-year-old men that are going to be gifting other 40-year-old men these outfits. Hey, Roblox 2, Electric Boogaloo. Hey, I'm ready for the expose video. Hoyoverse is allowing grooming on their platform. I'm ready. It happened in Roblox. I think it's legitimately all the building blocks are there. This is a literal recipe for disaster. You can already see how it's going to happen. Like, you can gift $100 outfits to people.
One important thing to note about the standard banner is that, unlike the standard banner in the main game, this one will be continuously updated with every version update of the Milliaster Wonderland. Every 5 pulls guarantees a 3-star or higher item. When pulling on the standard banner, one obtains items called
Every 5 pulls guarantees a 3-star. Every 10 pulls guarantees a 4-star. That implies the existence of 2 stars, by the way.
Catalogs. These are blueprints for the items you pull that you can then craft in the Wonderland's crafting mode. Crafting requires materials equal to the tier of the blueprint, which can be obtained through gameplay in the Wonderland and by pulling duplicates on the standard banner.
Keyword. Do you see any gold lustrous materials over here, ladies and gentlemen? Or do you only see green, blue, and purple lustrous materials?
The tier of the blueprint, which can be obtained through gameplay in the Wonderland and by pulling duplicates on the standard banner. This is already sounding convoluted, like a second barrier to item acquisition in which the sole purpose is to double dip on the gacha. What
Exactly. It is when you start taking a look at the building blocks, right? And you start seeing firsthand how there are so many resources, so many different ways to acquire these things. You get bits and pieces from the gacha, you get bits and pieces from the gameplay, but the core route, right, is going to the gacha to get all these things. Guys, this is actually inherently far more predatory and just far more confusing than the existing gacha system in Genshin Impact. ZZZ, Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves. I'm like, you can already tell it's far more confusing right off the bat. And think about it this way. It's more confusing than those games. And this is clearly a game mode designed for kids. It's a game mode designed to tap into the same kind of player base, the same type of audience that Roblox does. And so they've made the gacha system more complicated, more convoluted, acquisition of clothing and stuff, which is the main appeal, a far cry from the baseline games. And they've lowered the age of the target audience at the same time. Increased complexity, dumber audience, profit. But now that I said that, the audience is actually going to be those 40-year-old men that are pretending to be 10-year-olds. So maybe they might know more about this system than we might think. Maybe Hoyoverse has actually factored that in already. And that's why they made it more complicated, because it's actually going to be an older audience. Just a bunch of FBI agents, you know, like talking to each other, right? It's actually going to be the older audience that addresses it. So maybe they've done, like, they've seen the crystal ball, right? They consulted the Oracle of Delphi, and they know that's what the future holds in store. So I don't know. Maybe I'll eat my words. I'll just wait for the next Forbes article on it, or the next Mugen video.
What do I mean by double dip on the gacha? The male and female outfits are separate.
Nah.
Even though they are just a variation
right?
on the same thing, they are separate. This
Nah.
crafting mode is here to give you the choice on which you want to obtain
Nah, there's no way. If I get the male outfit, I'll just get the female version too, right?
first before
I hope we got
duplicates.
proof of this.
If it
I genuinely thought it was automatic. I thought it was not. I thought that was not even like something that was going to be disputable. Like I thought it was just. I thought it had no question that if you unlock the male version, you get the female. But you're telling me they're separate. Can you change your gender, like, just with the click of a button in this game mode? Or are you like locked to, or is it like, is Hoyoverse like in 2025 yet? Like, because I'm just wondering, right? It might just be like, imagine you pull on the gacha and then like you pick the male character and then all you got are the female's clothes. It's like, well, what is he gonna do, man?
were up to me, a player would simply receive both versions of an outfit upon obtaining it the first time. This is on full display with the limited banner. Pulling on the limited banner requires arcane keys, a currency acquired by opening your wallet. No.
So, it's gender locked. Pulling one of them doesn't give you the other gender. And the only way to acquire the 5-star limited outfits is to actually pay money. Guys, are you seeing the dynamic forming even more? A bunch of 10-year-olds with no disposable income. And the only way to unlock the newest and coolest outfit is for somebody to pay. And you can be gifted Guys, I'm just telling you already. Isn't this a disaster waiting to happen? I feel like all I need to do is state the reality and like the precursory facts about the situation. And you guys are already like, yeah, somebody's gonna get arrested. I just need a list. You have, for the free-to-play 10-year-olds, no way to acquire the 5-star outfits unless you get mommy's credit card or somebody nice online decides to buy the skin for you. Oh, what are they doing? What are they doing, bro? This is just multiple crimes waiting to happen. What do you think is going to occur when you got dumb ass 10-year-olds? And then gifting systems, and then this. I don't even need to say it, bro. You guys, like, I don't need to connect the dots because the dots are so fucking big on the map that, like, when you place them, they already make a line. You don't even need to draw anything.
You also did not hear that wrong. With the information Hoyoverse has shared thus far, arcane keys can only be obtained through Chrono Nexus tokens, which is the top-up shop currency.
And they're separate from Genesis crystals? Oh god, imagine being a 10-year-old with a Genshin account. Now you gotta deal with Primo Gems, Genesis crystals, and now fucking, what's it called? What the hell were these even called? Chrono Nexus. It even sounds more complicated. What the At least I would know that a Primo Gem and a Genesis Crystal are like rocks, right? They're like minerals, Marie. What the fuck is a Chrono Nexus?
Currency. 70 pulls on the limited banner guarantees the featured 5-star outfit. There is no 50-50. The guarantee count
Yeah, there's no 50-50, but you gotta pull twice if you want to get both genders, brother. Yeah, get a matching set for you and your Discord kitten.
carries over between limited banners until the player receives a 5-star. Here, catalogs and crafting don't exist. You pull an item, you receive it. Simple, but you have to choose between pulling for the male or female variant, except for 3-star items, which can be either variant regardless of your choice of banner.
So they already knew that they could put in the system to make the clothing just look different, depending on if the male or the female selected it, and it's only for 3 stars. It's only for 3 stars, by the way. Yeah, but for the 4 and 5 stars, go fuck yourself.
It's uncertain if pity is shared between the variant banners. The banners have separate names in the documentation, but beyond that, there's no clarification. So, in short, for different themed limited banners, pity carries over. Between the male and female outfit variant within a themed banner, it's uncertain if the pity is shared. With crafting removed,
Another layer of complexity for a lower intelligence audience. Are you guys beginning to see a trend with all of the systems and the elements of the gacha with the UGC thus far? It's so much more convoluted, so much more complicated, so much harder to understand than almost any other gacha system we've seen before in any game, if I'm frankly being honest. And it's clearly being tailored towards a younger audience at the same time. This is the most inherently predatory and like just... It's so bad from so many angles because it's far more predatory than the existing game, and it's made for individuals who have worse decision-making abilities. A lot of... We're going to take the Mr. Pokey point of view. A lot of kids are getting beaten up next month. I'm going to be honest. When 6.1 launches, a lot of kids are going to get beat up. It's just, if we're going to take the Mr. Pokey approach to the matter, a lot of them getting their ass beat. Let's be real.
duplicates give something else. 3 and 4-star duplicates give engraved shards, which is like masterless star glitter from the main game. 5-star duplicates first grant the outfit Ascension, which changes
let me just hear about the dupe system again. What the fuck?
which is like Masterless Star Glitter from the main game.
So they got Masterless Star Glitter on top of the crafting materials, on top of like the
5-star duplicates first grant the outfit Ascension.
Okay, so you get a reskin of it. I mean, that's some would say that a reskin is typically supposed to be worth less than the baseline skin. Most people would say that the reskins probably shouldn't cost as much as the actual skin itself. But in this circumstance, it does. Because you have to pull a second copy, and so they're essentially the same damn price. Like, you would have thought they would have learned from the League of Legends system with chromas, right? Where you buy the skin, and then you can recolor it for a huge discount. But for here, you only got one choice of a recolor, and to get the recolor, you gotta pull a dupe.
Which changes its color. That rules out the ability to manually change outfit colors. Any additional duplicates are converted into Radiant Shards.
And as far as I'm concerned, the Infinity Nikki system lets you freely recolor pieces using a palette. And you buy the palette colors. So this is not like the Infinity Nikki system. It's like, you don't got no palettes over here. You got a baseline color scheme, and that's the only one that you get from a dupe.
Shards, usable in the same shard shop as engraved shards.
Okay, I need to play this part back.
Outfit colors. Any additional duplicates are converted into Radiant Shards.
Okay.
Usable in the same shard shop as engraved shards.
Okay, so Radiant Shards are used to redeem featured 5 stars. And so essentially, you can build up these Radiant Shards to be able to, I imagine, like, get the outfit without pulling. But just imagine a situation where maybe you want Radiant Shards, but you think this color looks like shit. So, to get a Radiant Shard, you would first need to get the recolor that you may or may not like. If you like it, great. But if you don't, it's like, this is so complicated, it's crazy. I'm just going to be real with you. It is absolutely insane how much complexity they've decided to add to this. Again, for an audience of 10-year-olds.
Additional duplicates are converted into Radiant Shards, usable in the same shard shop as engraved shards. If you're lucky enough to actually get a Radiant Shard, you'd best spend it quickly. They expire whenever Milliastra Wonderland updates.
What? Why did they say none of this shit during the live stream? What? They spent 22 minutes out of the 45-minute live stream talking about it. Why did they say none of this shit? All I heard were the VAs being like, oh, this looks amazing. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh, this looks fantastic. Oh, but we didn't hear any of this shit. Wow. Wow. I didn't know it was this bad. I can see now. I probably saw it already before, but I'm seeing, like, I can say definitively now. I see why people that were excited about the UGC are pissed about this. Holy fuck. So everything I said before about the system being more convoluted, more complicated, and then addressing a younger audience, multiply that by 10. Because now you got, like, FOMO and expiring 5-star dupes. Whatever. Just imagine if, like, this would be like in Wuwa. Sorry for showing the better game. It's like, this would be like your Afterglow coral expiring and turning into blue corals. What the fuck? The idea of it blows my mind.
updates, turning into a set number of arcane keystones. How many arcane keystones? An item with an effective value of 210 pulls should be worth a lot. If we look at the shard shop, Genshin values them at 5 pulls.
So they cost 210 shards to get, and then the rebate for them is 5 pulls. So your dupe translates into 5. There's no fucking way, right? There's no way that your dupe turns into 5 pulls, right? Because the only way to get this is to get a third copy of something. And so that third copy is worth 5. This is a scam. This is literally meant to just steal money from 10-year-olds. What the... You might as well just go to your local elementary school and just go beat up kids for their lunch money. This is like the same... This is like the digital version of that. What the hell?
Hopefully, old 5-star outfits get added to this shop. Otherwise, the only use for Radiant Shards will be to purchase the outfit variant you didn't obtain from the current limited banner. Because to reiterate, you only obtain Radiant Shards by pulling the same 5-star outfit for a third time or more. So in summary, with the info we currently have, the gacha in Miliastra Wonderland, and especially so regarding its limited banner, appears very unfriendly, perhaps.
The most unfriendly gacha system I might have ever seen.
Perhaps this will change once we have all the info upon the Wonderland's release, as they did not disclose percentage rates on the gacha or cost of paid currency.
Hey, yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe a 5-star outfit only going to cost you like $2, right? Imagine, maybe if it was only $2, right? And the rates are 50% for getting a 5-star. But this is Hoyoverse we're fucking talking about over here. I feel like it's going to have the same goddamn rates as all their other games. So yeah, enjoy hitting pity 90% of the time. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be. I'm not going to be out here and after observing 4 gacha systems by the same developer in Honkai Impact 3rd, in Genshin Impact, with its amazing weapon banner system, by the way, and Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero with their 75-25. I'm not going to go ahead and assume that they're going to lay their foot off the gas pedal, especially when they've just added like 17 different resources into the game and an expiring 5-star dupe mechanic. I'm just going to be real with you here. If everything has been shit, I'm going to assume what's at the center is also shit too, unless I'm proven otherwise. So yeah, there's still more details to be ironed out and announced, but oh good god, this looks terrible.
Maybe the percentage rate for obtaining 4 and 5-star items is super high. Maybe the cost of paid currency is crazy low.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm spewing delusions. That last one has the highest chance of being true, by the way. Anyways, my bitterness aside, I hope this breakdown helps people understand the mode's gacha better. While I truly want
Bro sounds so sad.
Miliastra Wonderland to be super
Bro definitely recorded that with like at least a single tear streaming down like his left eye.
successful, I can't help but feel this sort of gacha setup is going to turn many away.
I think it's going to turn away a good number of players, but there's just going to be, like I said before, the target audience of 10-year-olds, and then the target audience of 40-year-olds, and undercover FBI agents, because I don't think he actually touched upon the worst system when you factor all of this in, but I've made sure to mention it plenty of times in the video. You can gift outfits to other players, and the only way to get the paid outfits is to, well, pay. And so just think about the dynamic, the ecosystem, right, of people who will be ready to supply all these 10-year-olds with outfits. I don't like that one. Maybe that's what the Radiant maybe that's what this mechanic is for. It's for all the 40-year-olds, right? To be able to just I see. It's so that the 40-year-olds can go buy additional copies of the skin to go gift to their friends on the platform. Friends in quotation marks. Oh, dear.
Is going to turn many away. It also doesn't help that basic character creation features like color adjustment on hair and clothing are missing. I have hope that some red flags, like free-to-play players being unable to obtain limited banner pools, will be proven untrue with the official release.
True, right? That could be a way to change it, but for right now, they didn't seem to show any free-to-play way to acquire the paid currency.
But we'll have to wait and see. I'll just be thankful that none of the game creator tools appear paywalled. Could you imagine if they gotcha'd components and stuff for that? For your verse, no, that's not an idea for you. Do make sure to subscribe, and as always, this is Musashi, signing off. Till
All right, awesome vid by Musashi. And before we leave, I just want to make sure that people know exactly what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the some of the special mechanics, right? I just want to make sure that I get that clip, right? I just want to make sure I get that clip where they're talking about being able to like gift this shit to each other. Because I'm gonna be real, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. I'm pretty sure they talk about it somewhere in here, but I'm not lying to you at all when I say that during this live stream, a prominent feature that they talk about and make sure to mention multiple times is the ability to buy skins. Oh, fuck it. I'll go to the what's it called? The transcript. Ooh, that's perfect. I'll go to the transcript. I'll show you the exact part. Gift. This is a lawsuit waiting to happen, ladies and gentlemen. This is a lawsuit. Wait, just imagine the ecosystem that this is going to form moving forward. It is one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever imagined in my life. And I am just so baffled that this is the approach that these developers are taking. I think a lawsuit is literally their goal in the future. This is Roblox version 2, ladies and gentlemen. And hopefully the great video by Musashi, all of that, and of course the commentary that we gave has highlighted to you just how absurd this UGC actually is. So yeah, that'll be that for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all thought. Peace. Insane. Insane. Wow. Just wow. Woo. Easy. That was an unexpectedly high quality farm. I'm not gonna lie. That ended up turning into, I believe, one of my best videos ever. That might actually be one of my best videos ever. I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, good God. Dude, that system sounds like a fucking disaster, brother. Oh my lord. I feel like I need to take like a breather after that one. The absurdity of hearing all the details just genuinely blew my mind. Also, I'm just wondering real quick, why does Twitch just let you have like 2 butt plugs next to your name? Is this like a common thing that they've always done? Like this looks like this is crazy. That's crazy. That's Christmas lights. Christmas lights don't look like that. I don't know, like, I don't know what fucking Christmas lights you guys use. They don't look like that. Yeah, those are anchor stones. Yeah, those are anchor stones. All right. Is it time for us to get some of our account reviews underway, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. What's the list looking like? What is the list looking like? One mod, if you could send me an updated sheet real fast, I'm gonna go take a quick piss, and then we'll BRB and then get on into the reviews. So yeah. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let me also, should I just get coffee in advance? We'll see. I feel like I'll need some. All right. Oh, we're here. It's pinned in the mod channel. I got it. Okay, we got our list over here. All right. So, Tacet, where you at? You here, buddy? He's at work? Okay. All right. Alrighty. That's unfortunate. All right, we'll make sure he's at the top of the list, though, so whenever he comes back, we can get him. Nichi on YouTube. Are you here? Are you here? All right. CMA. On YouTube. Ankh, show us the list. Yeah, I can. Do we see any of these people? At least within, like, the top... I mean, just as long as we're on the screen, to be honest. As long as we're on the screen, to be honest. CMA is here? Oh, okay. CMA is here? Alright, send me... wait a second. Okay. Alright. Okay, I found their DM. Okay. Alright. So, CMA is here. Let's get on into their account. Alrighty. Most of the people on this list already quit. Hey, when you think about it that way, version 2.7 was the perfect time to do it. Just less people on the list. It is what it is, brother. Hey, it is what it is. Like, what do you want me to do about it? Don't blame me, blame Kuro Games. Just blame Kuro Games. Alrighty. We're not doxing, so we're good. No doxing. Okay. And the server is going to be... Awesome. All right. Let's get on into this one. I've already seen the special request from the viewer as well. There's a special request from the viewer as well. One second, I gotta sneeze. That was a critical hit. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another account review. But this time, I've gotten a bit of a special request. They told me, before you go in and use any of the unit, or sorry, before you go in and check any of the units, use this Gion team in the Tower of Adversity. So, why don't we go ahead, fulfill the request from our dear viewer over here, and do exactly that. Yep, that's what they told me to do. They told me, don't even look at the builds yet. Just do a TOA run. And I guess the question is, which TOA floor? Should I do the third one? Because, of course, we probably want to see what he looks like in, like, an endgame team, right? You want me to do the third one over here? Just use this bad boy? Because I see a Shorekeeper Mortefi Gion going on. Whatever you want. Hey, I guess we'll use this one. I'll just check the Mortefi build to make sure he's got...
Experiments underway.
Okay, he's got what we need. R5 static mist, all of that. I won't check any other builds. Just wanted to make sure he was on the right supportive set. Let's give this one a bit of a look, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so this floor is going to feature one wave of arrow-resistant enemies, so we are at a bit of a disadvantage over here. Yep, it's got some cars, some carapaces, and they're arrow-resistant. So that's just something to keep in mind. All right. We're going to do a little bit of fun stuff over here. Okay, that didn't involve me getting hit, but it happened. So I can tell that Shorekeeper is, like, on her, what's it called? Is on her signature. That ult gave quite a bit of concerto. So let's see it. Gion's on field. Oh. Oh, he is kind of... He's kind of cooking them. And naturally, we had a bit of an issue, right? With this one car over here, he kind of jumped out. But yeah, that was a lot of damage, man.
Inferno.
In war with time.
Fury boils. As you wish. Feel my wrath. Let's do the ready for battle.
Let's see it.
Ordained.
Seems to be murdering this game mode.
Flow astral modulation.
Fury boils. Inferno. Burn to ashes. Let's do your wide open another way. Unstoppable.
Really good ER, too.
Finale.
I don't think it's S6. The nuke would do a lot more damage if it was S6.
Break.
And that should finish it.
From the soul.
Hey, that was kind of cinematic. We got the screen pop up over here while she's still doing the intro. It is what it is, but I don't think that's S6. So that's what the clear looks like. It looks pretty good. I can confirm it's at least S1 at minimum. Let's go ahead and see what the rest of the builds are starting to look like now. We've seen the TOA run. That was a great clear, again, into arrow resistance. But I don't think necessarily S6. It would have done a lot more. So let's start checking it out. All right.
Understood.
First things first. Let's just start off with the Gian build. Okay, that is really, really, really interesting. A 64.4, 277.2. I imagine this is probably around S3. It's S5. Okay, that is really, you're like right there, bucko. So this is what we were talking about when we meant the S6 would have dealt a lot more damage. You can see, ooh, increases the damage multiplier of Emerald Storm Finale by 120%. He gains 2 stacks of it, so a 240% motion value multiplier. Yeah, that one wasn't active. But a bunch of things like additional attack increases, additional heavy attack damage bonuses, additional crit rate and crit damage. That's why it looks so low in the stat menu. All of those things will be active. So, yeah, unfortunately, S6 is his biggest power spike, so we're about a couple of pulls away from that one. Though I imagine the next time he reruns, this guy's going to cap it out. So, yeah, overall, team was looking pretty solid. Let's start taking a look at the build now. So, do keep in mind we're getting 16% extra crit from. We're getting 16% extra crit from the, what's it called, S3. So, with that in mind, this piece is a little questionable. Because we're getting 16% extra crit, we got Shorekeeper on the team as well. I legitimately think that this should actually be a crit damage forecast with double crit rate on here, right? And so we make up for the lack of the crit rate forecast by having a Shorekeeper on the team, as well as Gian's S3, which gives him 16% crit rate. I think that would be the more optimal build to go over here, a crit damage forecast. But yeah, you also want double crit on it as well, but the rest of the subs here are looking nice. When it comes to this Monkey, I mean, it's pretty solid. Wish there was a heavy attack or maybe an ER on here, but, you know, it looks like it's working just fine. And then over here, this is like a, I would call this a 10 out of 10 Gian piece. It's more close to like 9. If it had one attack substat, it would definitely be a 10. But these 4, you're happy to see this on any of his echoes. However, I will say this is an attack 3 cost, and I think that Gian definitely does scale better with a elemental 3 cost, or an attribute damage 3 cost, because he gets a lot of built-in attack on his later sequence nodes. So yeah, it's I think an arrow damage is actually better here, unfortunately, unless, yeah, it's an R1 weapon. It's an R1 weapon too. So yeah, this is S5 R1. So yeah, I think attribute damage would have been better. I don't know. This guy was hyping up this Gian a lot. It's maybe there's a better one out there. It's just, there are a lot of room for optimizations in this build, bucko. This 1 cost, hey, it looks pretty solid. Just wish there was heavy attack, but otherwise, it's all good subs. And then this one over here, yeah, it's basically a 5 out of 5. Just wish the crit rate roll was higher. But that's it. So I would say this one needs to be attribute damage, and this one needs to be crit damage with double crit. It is what it is. Unfortunate. Sorry, brother, man. It's not the best one I've seen, and there's definitely better ones out there. Definitely better ones out there. All right. Now let's take a lock at the IU. I think the main thing is that when she's being played as a sub DPS, she might actually need higher ER, around 125, 130. Let's go ahead. Let's start taking a look at this. All right. So, crit damage, crit rate, attack, mine's better, but this is still pretty good. I'm actually surprised that you decided to keep rolling this after 2 dead rolls on a 4 cost, but maybe you just got tired of farming Mia, and so you just went with this one. But I'm not gonna lie, this just... I can tell how desperate you were building this one. You literally rolled 2 dead stats, and you were like, let's go again. That's why I love being able to see the order that the stats were rolled, because then I can see who just did not give a fuck anymore. And you're clearly somebody that did not give a fuck while you were building this Echo. This one is looking good, but it's the same situation that we had before. To fully optimize this build, we want a arrow damage 3 cost. I'm sorry, attack is not really that good, especially with Yuno on her weapon, where her weapon has a lower base attack than other weapons. You want attribute damage. This one, on the other hand, oh, this one's kind of cooking, brother. This one's pretty good. I like it. This piece over here, pretty solid overall. It's got the damage bonuses that she wants. These ones are a little bit more dead, unfortunately, but I mean, having these 3 is just good enough on an Echo like that. And this one's looking great as well. So yeah, mainly just need to replace this with an arrow damage one, and I mean, everything else on the build's looking good. Just try to get one more ER roll. All right. Her weapon, yeah, like I said before, the base attack on this is incredibly low, so having an attack 3 cost means that you're scaling off this low base attack. You can probably see why it's not that good. And she's going to be S0. All right, that's the Yuno. Now let's look at the Shorekeeper.
I am here to serve.
She looks like mild. A lot of HP in the build. Trading HP for crit damage, so we're sacrificing a little bit of our personal damage to have higher healing. It is what it is. There's not really too much of a reason to, like, check a Shorekeeper build, so I'll just see... not that much liberation damage either. I mean, she gets the job done. You could slightly optimize the build for more damage, but then less healing. It doesn't really matter that much because it's a difference of, like, 0.01% of rotation. As long as she has 230 ER on the Fallacy of No Return, you're, like, good with this character. There's not too much going on with her. Now, I will check, though. What's her weapon? Stellar Symphony? And S2. Okay, so she is a very powerful buffer in these teams, giving a big attack bonus to 40%. But with that in mind, do realize that if she's giving 40% attack, that makes these 3-cost Echoes that you have, right? That makes these 3-cost Echoes with your attack bonuses on your Yuno and your Jian even more diluted. So this is even more of a reason to get arrow damage on those units, buddy boy. All right, now let's keep moving on. Augusta. The build is, like, kind of cooked. I don't think you have enough ER at all. Like, that's, like, not even close to enough. You want, like, around 120 to be comfortable with her. So, the overall stats are looking great, but you're like, yeah, you need a little bit more ER. I mean, this is a 10 out of 10 piece. Just wish, like, this roll was higher, but yeah, it doesn't get much better than this one. Another attack 3 cost. Brother, you gotta start getting some attribute damage one. You got modifiers. What's going? You got modifiers, buddy. Why are you using all these attack 3 costs? And we're using lingering tunes too? Ooh, that's a little bit interesting. I guess the thing is that maybe this is competitive because Augusta's weapon has such high base attack. Maybe that's why it's competitive, but definitely not diluting it this much by having an attack 3 cost as well. All my characters have 1 3-cost attack. Well, then I guess you got an opportunity to fix all of your characters then. Because there's, like, only a couple units in the game that want an attack 3 cost for their optimal build. It's like Jinsei, it's like Camellia, and some people are saying potentially Chu Yan because his weapon gives 60% heavy attack damage. So, yeah, it's like those units that have a lot of built-in bonuses in their kit, they want the attack 3 cost, or the attack 1 cost. Yeah, I mean, it's solid builds overall, just wish we had one more ER roll. And surely you have, like, Void Thunder pieces. Oh, God, all these attack 1 costs. Like, surely you have, like, Void Thunder pieces you can just... Like, why are you not using this? Like, genuinely, like... What? Why are you not using these? They're like... Are you just griefing? Like, these are 4 out of 5 with... Like... Bruh, what is going on here? Like, you got so many good Void Thunder pieces. Just go farm some Nightmare Nests and complete this build. Like, what? Why would you not have these on your Augusta? And then you could just... like, get another... Where are your pieces? Like, why do you have no echo? Why do you have no pieces to level up? What the f... How many do you have? How many? You have 45 modifiers? You're just trolling. I genuinely think you're just trolling. How many resources? Like, there's no way, right? Okay. Like, you already know what you should... What the hell, man? You got, like, 79 modifiers. What are you saving them for? Like, next year? You can fix, like, all of her issues immediately. I'm just gonna leave her in this unfinished state. You already... Like, why the hell are you using those bum-ass Lingering Tunes pieces? That's the part that left me speechless. Go use your goddamn modifiers. What are you doing here, man? All right. For Lova's build, we don't need the ER, but the stats are looking pretty solid. Oh, let me go check Augusta's nodes, too. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, she's saving for Wuwa, too. Okay. Let's check out the build over here. You can surely do better than this one. I mean, it's double crit, but, like, it's literally nothing other than double crit. It's double crit and a bunch of useless stats. This one's looking pretty solid, though. We got the attack main stat over there. Okay, I feel like I already know what I'm going to say. Like, you already know what I'm... Go Havoc. Go double attribute damage. If you want optimized builds. Otherwise, I'm just going to give you the feedback of all your builds are inherently suboptimal because you keep running an attack 3 cost on every single unit. And Lingering Tunes. So, this is the reality of the situation is that you have S2 Shorekeeper, right? Which gives you 40% attack. So, like, this is, like, giga bad. Like, Lingering Tunes and attack 3 costs are, like, giga bad. And the other thing is that it's just, at a baseline, without S2 Shorekeeper, attribute damage is better on all these units. So, it's like, all of these builds are just, like, straight up. I can tell you, like, grinded the pieces, too. Like, they got great rolls and everything. And it's just, like... Damn, man, you could have put all these tuners and stuff into, like, better pieces. You know what I mean? If we're going to, like, if we're at the point where we're, like, already spending the tuners anyways. That's my take on it, because it's, like, I feel like you've rolled a couple of these, like, fresh. When it's just... I mean, bro, you got... It's not like you ran out of the other echoes. It's not like you had nothing to roll on. Because you can use any 2-piece Havoc set. You could use Havoc Eclipse or Midnight Veil. And it would be just fine. I guess there's no point in having a generalized set if multiple people are using multiple copies of Lingering Tunes, right? I can get the viewpoint that you have over here, right? Of, oh, I wanted a bunch of generalized pieces. But when you already got, like, 2 of them, it kind of defeats the purpose to have 2 Lingering Tune sets. Because then it's like, you should really only have 1 at max for a generalized piece. And then what's the point of all the other ones? That's my take on it. So, yeah, it's just, I know I'm honing in a lot on that. It's just a matter of, like, I don't really see the point in having the generalized set. Or unless you, like, are using an old one that you broke apart. But you already have, like, so many other pieces that you could roll to, like, finish up these builds. All right, let's check out the weapon. All right, we got Lethian Elegy. That's pretty good. And no sequence nodes. Okay. Now let's check out the Lupa. We need more ER. Lupa's definitely one of those characters where you want 130 set. Oh, you rolled... this is your Calcharo set, and then you shared a set to other characters. I mean, that's the thing, right? If you're not looking to optimize your builds, and you're basically gonna, like, decompose your Calcharo and then spread his remains across the rest of your roster, that's fine, right? But you know, obviously, right, a lot of your pieces look like they're being geared towards, like, optimizing your builds. You have some amazing combinations. It's just, you know, it's just crazy to see pieces like these not being used. I think that's the main thing. It's just crazy to see pieces like these sitting on your Zhang Li Yao and not on the Augusta because you decided to prioritize Lingering Tunes. I guess that's more like the main viewpoint. It was used on Yao. I mean, you got this feature so that they can share the pieces, and you got to click one button to transfer them between each other. I mean, you already got Yao set over here, so it's like you're already using it. So it's like, unless you plan on using both of them on the same team, but like you can just one button click and then transfer the pieces to each other. So, I mean, unless you want him to literally not... I just don't know why you would even use this on Yao over Augusta, because this has heavy attack damage bonuses. And, like, Yao doesn't do heavy attack damage. So, yeah, maybe he played double DPS. Hey, maybe. But the thing is, Augusta can't really quick swap that well because her kit isn't really made for it. I think the decision making is leading to an expenditure of resources in a somewhat unoptimized manner that could definitely be ready to go. That's my take on it. All right, again, we're just looking for ways to improve the account over here. All right, so for the Lupin build, we got Wildfire Mark. We need more ER. Let's check out the build. I feel like I'm going to see another attack 3 cost. Attack, double crit, flat attack. Kind of low rolls, but I mean, it's not too bad. Fusion damage with double crit. High crit rate, though. I think it's more so, we're going to be surprised if we see a character with double attribute damage bonuses. Okay, and this is our 1 ER roll. And then our second ER roll. Okay, yeah, I think that this Lupa does definitely have some growing pains. I think she's a character where if you don't have 130, it can feel really odd using her in a lot of team rotations. So that would be my main goal for you, is to try to get that number out there. Not even the sub DPSs have double attribute. The sub DPSs are the ones where you actually feel less bad about having double attribute because they deal less damage. Yeah, so it's actually fine for them to have double attribute. All right, Cartithia. No 50k HP. Build is trash. I'm just joking. It's just my card's 50k HP, so I make fun of everybody that doesn't have that much. All right, I can see why. Nice double crit, but then the rest is a little bit iffy. However, Resonance Liberation damage rolls do work on her. ER, then high double crit. No HP rolls thus far, but it is what it is. Good, solid stats. And then a nice, basically 10... The only thing that would help if this was HP instead of attack, but pretty much a banger piece over there. Very high crit rolls, ER, all the good stuff. I mean, it's okay. It's not bad. And this one is like a decent stat stick, but the crit rates, the crit rolls are bad. I mean, the Cartithia build, I'm pretty sure she pops off. And S0 R1. Okay. Now let's check out the Chikona. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, this character is definitely not fucking playable on your account. I'm just gonna be upfront with you. She does not work with this. Yeah, if you're running 110% ER on her, enjoy your 10-second rotation on the unit. You're just gonna spend time generating energy. Yeah, she's not fucking usable with this ER. This piece is good for her build because she needs the ER. This piece is bad because she needs ER. This piece is bad because she needs ER. This piece is bad because she needs ER. And this piece is bad because she needs ER. How much ER? Around 125, 130. So 3 ER rolls is essentially what you want. And if you don't have 3 ER rolls on this character, you're in hell, essentially. Because you need her liberation to function in the Cartithia team. And you will never have it at 110. So find a way to balance it out, but you need more ER rolls. That's all I'm going to say. And unfortunately, Chakona actually is one of the hardest characters, in my opinion, to build in the game for one reason. Gusts of Welkin gives no ER, her weapon gives no ER, and you're trying to balance double crit with 3 ER substats. And so double crit plus ER on 3 pieces is actually really fucking hard to do. It would have been way better if Gusts of Welkin had 10% ER instead of arrow damage bonus, but it doesn't. Or it would have been better if it had an ER bonus instead of 10% arrow, but it doesn't. So it's rough. It's really rough building some of these sub DPSs. Next up, we got Zoni.
Anything I can help you
Well, that's where all the ER is. R1, S0. Let's check out Capitaine. I feel like you need to get beat up. I'm sorry. It's just there's no way. You have to be doing this on purpose. Did you just like decide during character building, I'm going to just make all my characters slightly worse for no reason? Like I'm just intentionally going to use a suboptimal piece on every single unit. Like, I'm just wondering, because it's like every unit, even on the new sets, is built this way. And like, you have to know that it's all worse. And like, this is the thing. This is gonna be the fucked up part. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Why? That's the part I don't understand, is that you literally have stuff to roll on, but then you don't. Because I like attack. You like doing less damage? Okay, I'm gonna stop asking questions. I feel like I'm getting rage baited. I feel like this has to be done on purpose. I'm just gonna be real with you. I feel like you're doing this on purpose. Because it's like... It's just... Hey, if you want to do less damage, that's what you want to do, man. Okay, I mean, aside from that, the piece is, like, okay. It definitely would be better with attack percentage and heavy attack. It is what it is. I mean, it's got great crit rolls, but then not really much of else. But the crit rolls are pretty much good enough to use this. Hey, it's pretty much a 10 out of 10 piece for any Spectral Frazzle damage dealer. Also, close to a 10 out of 10, but just dog shit crit rolls holding it back. And then, you know, pretty solid piece over here with the heavy attack. Just wish there was attack on it. Yeah, I'm just gonna be real here. I have no idea why you're doing this, but I guess we'll just keep seeing it. All right, let's move on. We got our Cantarella. She's got ER that's workable. You might want it to be a little bit higher, but she's on Whispers of Sirens. Let's check out the build. Okay, we've got her... Okay. I mean, it's got crit damage and ER. That's pretty good, but yeah, we are at 60-something% crit rate, so maybe we do want a double crit at least. Okay. Attack and double crit and attack. Havoc and okay. I mean, yeah, I mean it's an okay build for sure. Actually, it's not that good. It's pretty shit actually. I was just being nice. The build is pretty bad. It's like double crit and then a bunch of random ass stats on pretty much every piece. Yeah, it's okay though.
To which stage will
Brant.
life guide us next?
Okay, 277 ER. We only have 60% crit rate with his
Whatever
signature.
it is, I'll play
But
my role to the fullest.
he's also S0. But we're running crit damage. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. I think this is brave. It's brave for sure, but it's probably better on a crit rate one if you don't have S2. If I see an attack 3 cost on this build, I will lose my shit, by the way. I'm just letting you know, like, in advance. If there's an attack 3 cost on this build, I might just cancel the review. Okay, alright. This is the first character without an attack 3 cost, and it's probably just going to be Brant. Because Brant scales off ER. Okay, we're safe from that one, boys. But yeah, I mean, this is basically a 10 out of 10 Brant piece. Very, very, very good. This one would be good if he was S2. This one is okay as well. Solid. Wish it was higher crit rate and maybe had basic attack. And this one's very, very good as well. So, I mean, he's got great Brant pieces overall. But it's just, when we're running crit damage without S2, we're critting, well, never. So that's what it looks like.
Today,
Phoebe!
fine day.
What is her role? Is she a Zodi buffer, or like who are you? Like, is she on Moonlit, or like what's going on over here? Okay, so attack 3 cost is dog shit on the Spectral Frazzle spec. Let me explain to you in detail why the attack set is really fucking bad on, why attack 3 costs are really bad on this set. So, if you take a look over here, this set only gives you 25% spectral damage bonus. So, it actually has less spectral damage bonus than 1.0 sets. Those give 40%. And so, you want to really make sure you have spectral damage over here to offset the fact that the set doesn't give that much. It gives crit rate instead. So, like, yeah, this is like double griefing. It's like double griefing to have attack 3 costs on Eternal Radiance. He says she has her own set. This is the funny part about Zodi and Phoebe. You can just literally use the same set on both characters because they scale off the same exact stats. And so, having a double DPS Eternal Radiance set is one of the most pointless things you can do for Zodi and Phoebe, because they both literally need the same exact substats and the same exact ER. So, like, unfortunately, this was kind of like a huge waste of resources. And, like, except this piece, because Phoebe's weapon gives a lot of crits, so she can miss a crit rate roll. Like, I guess this one is pretty... I guess this is a Phoebe-specific piece you can use. But otherwise, they both even run a crit damage forecast, right? So, yeah, I mean, the Phoebe's not really usable right now because she'll never have her liberation. She needs 120%. You're at 100 on this build. So I would just suggest, if you want to play DPS Phoebe, just use your Zani's pieces to get her some ER, because the Zani has 130 on her build. Check skills.
Understood. I am here to serve your will.
Oh, I see. I see. He's maxing out every ability. Maybe that's why we're cutting corners on our Echo building to go max out our intro skills. Okay. All right. Well, people are allowed to have fun in their own ways. It's just I'm also allowed to have my questions. Anyways, let's check the sequence nodes. It is what it is. Let's move on to Rosia. She got tragic comedy, but dog shit crit damage. I assume she's running a crit rate. Okay, yeah, she is running. I mean, it's a good crit rate in Permanent Terran, though. That is probably one of the best ones I've seen. That is nuts. Heavy attack, crit damage, crit rate. All right, I'm ready for the attack. Anyways, missing crit rate rolls over here, but I mean, the crit damage rolls are pretty high. And this is a 5 out of, she's built pretty damn well. It's just, it's also not that good because you want a crit damage forecast over here. Good stats. And then you basically want to be like 70% crit rate, 130 ER, which is good. You met those, but the crit damage is just low because you have a crit rate forecast. So yeah, Rosia's like optimal build is having her on a crit damage forecast, but then still somehow having 70% crit. It's hard, but sub DPSs in this game somehow end up being some of the hardest to build sometimes. It is what it is. All right. Now let's take a look at the car.
Will decide whether it's for show or for battle.
She's got no ER. But that's a great sentry construct, but she has no ER. Carlotta's actually a character where an attack 3 cost is like 1% better than a Glacio than double Glacio. So this is okay. This is acceptable. I mean, it's a nice 3 out of 5. This is the thing, brother. You need 1 ER roll on the character. The character with Jeja needs 1 ER roll. 1. So, like, surely you can find one somewhere. You can find one somewhere. Just 1 ER roll. I assure you, just 1. Otherwise, your rotation is borked on the unit. She does have the last dance, though. All right, Camellia. Okay, what the fuck are we doing here?
Game between the two of us?
Why is she on Dreamless? Bro, just stop playing this character. Yeah, you got the Nightmare Crowdless set. You can... I mean, you need double crit on the unit. You got 50% crit rate. I know this piece looks good, but you got no crit rate on it, brother. It's hilarious. Camellia's one of those units where an attack 3 cost is actually optimal. And then you don't have it on her, but you have it on every other unit where it's suboptimal. So, like, this is actually one of the only characters where an attack 3 cost is actually better. Nah, this has to be intentional at this point. Nah, this has to be intentional. I'm just gonna be honest. You're doing this on purpose. You decided to, like, actually just brick your account across the entirety of 2.0 for fun. And then just send it over to me for review. I mean, it's good, but low crit rate. It's all right. You probably had a hellish time rolling these last 3. Yeah, I mean, you should be on Nightmare Crownless. All right, Zhang, how he 110 ER? Doesn't he need like 120?
I am here.
I'm pretty sure he needs more than that, doesn't he? All right, I know he was like on the Void Thunder set. Okay, what the fuck are we doing here? How does Zhang Liao have an attack 3 cost and then, like, Camellia doesn't? And this is the thing. I already put some of the pieces on, from the, like, let's just use the Yao set that he has on standby. Okay, yeah, he's at 120 with... Wait, you're using it with 63% crit? Well, I guess that's what happens when all of your rolls are 6.3. I guess that'll end up happening, so... It is what it is. And he's S3. Okay. What about Camellia? What is her...
Would you like a fun
Okay.
game?
Okay, so we're a male enjoyer over here. Let's check out the... Why is this Judge's build kind of... That's pretty good. Why don't you just use this on your Cantarella? That one's pretty good as well. Solid. Pretty good. Why don't you just share these pieces with, like, Cantarella? Why do you have 2 fully built out sets? Like, you could just use the sharing feature, because at a baseline, you're even running an attack 3 cost, so you can just share 4 out of 5 of the pieces. Like, you could literally just share. I legitimately have no clue. You just have the exact same echoes on Jeja and Cantarella, but you just have 2 versions of them. I mean, I think it's slightly questionable, but it is what it is. What if I need both in Wuwa in stage 1? then build a Moonlit Cloud set that one person can use, and then the other uses the Empyrean Anthem set. It's not that big of a deal. It's like they're basically the same when it comes to performance. Yeah, just one person runs Coordinated, the other person runs Moonlit. And then, I mean, again, this is just to save resources. If this is what you want to do, it's entirely fine. It's just, it is, I would equate this to bricking your account. In my opinion, I would equate this to, there's not a lot of ways you can brick accounts in Gacha. This is one of them. Because you actually just took a bunch of resources and, like, fucking, like, just threw, like, actually just threw them off a cliff. That's the best way I could describe it. Chang Li.
With convention.
Okay,
Then
there's no way
combat
she's functional
by
on fucking 100% ER. But she got Blazing Brilliance. She's S3 though, so she got the extra crit rate of 25%. So she's at 75, but like, yeah, there's no I'm so confused because again, it's like every old character has an attack 3 cost and an elemental 3 cost, and then only Camellia has double havoc. I'm mind blown, right? I'm so confused. Again, the build needs like 120% ER, but I mean it's solid, right? It's just, why is there an attack 3 cost on everything?
May I pray
All
for
right.
anything
I bet Jinxie's gonna have double Spectro. Because she's also a character where an attack 3 cost is optimal. Let's just check it. All right, the Jue's looking pretty solid. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got our second user of an attack 3 cost. We are in optimal territory, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay, pretty... I mean, this Jinxie is actually kind of cracked. She just needs more ER, but I would say overall, yeah, she's looking pretty solid. I'm not gonna mince any words. She looks okay.
No rush. The impatient
Why
one
is the
will fall
Yinlin
right
have
into
one of the
our
most disgusting builds I've ever seen? What the f... You have a Moonlit Cloud set too! There's no reason! Bro, why do you have 2 Empyrean Anthems when you just got this collecting dust? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why don't you go... How about instead of making 2 Empyrean Anthem sets that have the same fucking pieces, how about you go build your fucking units? How about you stop using shit like this? How about you just go build your units properly? Instead of doubling up on sets you don't need. I don't get it. It's like I'm over here. I'm seeing every single character has a fucked up echo. And then I just... It's the same photo. It's... I feel like I just need to see it, like, firsthand. What is it? Are we on crack? Look at this one, right? This is the one on Cantarilla. This is the one on Jeja. Let's just make this a bit more of like a PSA, right? This is what I like to call an absolute waste of resources. And this is how I would actually address the issue. I would just make a... Well, you've already got the Jeja set over here, right? I would have just made a Cantarella set. And I'm just going to remove all these, right? Because they're just absolutely pointless on the account. I'm not going to delete them or do anything. But it's like, this is what I would do. I would just do this. Do this. And then do this. And then do this. And now my Cantarella build is literally better. And then you just save the set as Canta And then great, you can apply it. And then when you want to use your G-Jaw, you just go to her and then... And then we're good. And then when you want to use the Cantarella, it's like, whoa.
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
Like, dude, do we farm an additional set so that we didn't have to click 2 buttons? It's your account, man. You can do whatever you want. Hey, you can do whatever you want, man. I'm not gonna be out here. I'm not gonna be out here backseating somebody that's burning money. Because that's essentially what you're doing. You're just like sitting under a fireplace, just throwing shit in there for fun. I like every character having their own set. Okay, yeah, sure. That's just that. I'm more so about, hey, let's see how good I can make these sets versus, let me just make sure everyone... my point of view is, I think it's better for some people to have a bunch of people to share a bunch of really good sets as opposed to every person has a somewhat mediocre set, but, it is what it is. All right, yeah, I mean, that's going to be all the 5 stars on the account. I actually do think this guy has... almost, if not every limited 5-star in the game. So naturally, he's a bit of a spender. Not really too surprising that he's able to, you know, max out the abilities of pretty much every single unit. Yeah, I think every single unit is maxed out. So yeah, they're a bit of a grinder in that regard. But as you can see, a fair amount of work that can be done on the builds. Namely, only give attack 3 cost to characters where it's actually optimal because we got plenty of echoes, plenty of resources to just give everybody the best set that they have. But, I mean, if our approach is, I just want all my characters to be about, like, 5% worse, yeah. You can go in and check the menu of characters. I feel like that's what we've been doing for the past 40 minutes, right? Unless there's... I don't know what... What? What are you asking me to do? Oh, you don't have Galbrena?
Who gets the bullet? That's your call.
Yo, you gotta stop being like cryptic with whatever the fuck you're asking. You're like being all like teasy with it. Like, oh, you just kind of like gotta go to this area and then I got like a like, what are you talking about? Like, you gotta, like, I don't want hints right now. Like, just give it to me straight. Like, what? Oh, every character is, like, level 80? Okay, nice. But, okay, cool. Every character is high-leveled. Okay. All right, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be real, man. You could have just said that instead of like fucking riddling me. Like, ooh, I got like a. If you go to this menu, yeah, I got a bit of a surprise for you, Bucko. Like, you could just tell me what's going on, man. Look, what the fuck was that? All right, well. You can probably tell this guy probably spends... I wouldn't be surprised if I, like, went into the shop right now and saw that, like, all these bundles are, like, sold out. I'm pretty sure he buys a fuck ton of these because I don't know how he's leveling all of these characters, bringing them all to level 90 and getting them all to, like, level 10, and then also having, like, okay builds on the units. Yeah, I mean, this account is really interesting. I'm just gonna say that. It might be the most cursed account I've ever seen because some of the stuff is like good, but then the rest of it is just like, I don't know. It's just a very puzzling, head-scratching experience. So thank you for offering up your account, you know, naturally gifting the subs and all of that. But yeah, a part of me wishes I never reviewed this one. But yeah, that's where I'll leave it for now. Let me know what you all thought about this one. Peace. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I like I don't want to like Loki, I don't want to review any more accounts right now. Try Yao. Unfortunately, we spent way too long on this one already. I'm not doing any other gameplay showcases. We spent way too long on this one. Yeah. That was already over like 40 minutes. I don't really want to look at it anymore. Just being entirely honest. Your own viewer, by the way, we gave one of the most in-depth reviews I think I've ever seen, and we also already did gameplay at the start. So this is me just, you know, putting my foot down about the expectations of these account reviews. I'm not going to go ahead, right, and just have an open offer to just keep adding stuff on during these reviews. Otherwise, they're going to last forever. And so viewers need to be told when it's time to stop. And so I put my foot down when it's time to stop. All right. Who do we have next on the list? Because, again, this is something that constantly happens. Somebody gets their account reviewed, and they're like, oh, can you try out the team in TOA? Oh, can you try out this other team? Oh, can you do it in holograms too? And they ask for, literally, this is after like a 30, 40-minute review. They're like asking for like runs and stuff. And it's just, you know, I'm not going to be over here on an account for like several hours. Like that's not really the point. Otherwise, nobody else would be able to get theirs reviewed. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the next account. So we got CMA done. Are Tacet? Okay, wait, let me just make sure I'm not doxing right now. Are Tacet or what's it called? Nichi here. Are they here? All right, what about Chuaz? Ready. All right, does. All right. Looks like it's does time. It's does time. All right, feel free to send me your stuff. And make sure. Okay, all right, there you go. All right, does is here. Does is here. Let's do this. And I'm not doxing him. We're good. Server EU. Alrighty. Chat, I checked the DM I sent to Saint, and it was on the 19th of May. Yeah, what you guys don't seem to understand is that, I save account reviews for when there's very little content in the game. And, well, there's a reason why we're doing them right now. And we haven't done them before. So, let's get this one underway. All right, any special requests before we begin, Mr. Dez? Any special requests before we begin? No. Okay, so you just want me to get right on into it. All right. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again with another account review. Just recording this for posterity's sake. Got no idea how good or bad this one is going to be, but let's just go ahead. Let's get right on into it. All right, let me just quickly check something. I want to make sure I got enough space because I gotta go delete my story playthroughs. Yeah, I gotta go delete my story playthroughs. They're already on YouTube and they're like 7 million gigabytes. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Let me go terminate that one. Yeah, that's 13 gigs. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. Give me a second over here. All right. Alrighty. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again with another account review. And I'm not going to lie, this guy requested this review quite a couple of months ago, so I have no idea what the hell is on it, what the hell he even wants answered, or what the hell he even wants reviewed. But we'll probably find out, and you'll probably guess by the title and the thumbnail if there's something deeply wrong or deeply great with this account. So let's just go ahead and get right on into it. Alrighty. So, first things first, what I got in front of me is a 1.0 team. So, I guess we'll just check out the Camellia first. Alrighty, over here, she's going to have a Red Spring, 127, 63, 285. Kind of wish he had more crit rate, but this just might be a double crit build and all the rolls are low. Let's go ahead and see how the cookie crumbled over here. Okay, she's going to have a crit damage, Nightmare Crownless, looking pretty solid overall. ER, double crit, but the rolls, like I said, are kind of dog shit. Havoc damage 3 cost with another dog shit crit roll. Nice crit damage and attack, though. And then another Havoc 3 cost, except it's going to be attack, Havoc Dreadmaid. And this is going to have decent levels of crit rate, really nice attack, and then crit damage. And then 8.1% over here, 17.4% of the crit damage. ER, which we had basic attack rolls or attack somewhere. And this was looking pretty solid, but another bad crit rate roll. So we got 1 6.3, 2 6.3. We got 3 6.3s on the build. Double crit on every piece, but that is going to result in a pretty RNG-focused Camellia. Let's see if there are any nodes. So we got S2 for a bad build. I see what type of player Does is right now. He's gonna S2 a unit and then stop and then not optimize their echoes. Okay, this is a good sign for the rest of the account. Let's let's keep going.
I should try to smile more, you say? Like this?
Hey, I mean, if she works, she works. Right? I assume you have her in the team for a reason, but if she works, she works. Okay, we're really taking Naked Sanhua to the next level over here.
Understood.
Why is there so much red on this character? Okay, you just have her S1. A level 80 variation. Okay, I mean, I guess the Shorekeeper does her job, but like you could make her deal a little bit more damage. Yeah, you could have made her deal like I don't know. I guess he's really trying to save resources over here, but this might be the worst Shorekeeper I've ever seen. Yeah, this is basically like this is essentially naked Shorekeeper because we just invested barely enough to hit 250 ER and then we just called it from there. Yeah, this is as close as it gets to naked Shorekeeper, so congratulations. All right, yeah, that's what
Who gets the bullet? That's your call.
This build gets the bullet. What the hell? What the fuck is even going on over here? I guess I wasn't meant to look at this. yeah, she's a piece of shit. I mean, that's bad because you want double crit. Hey, that's solid, but the crit damage is low. It's okay. It's pretty good, too. I mean, these two have amazing critical stats, so I guess once you pull her weapon or get her weapon or find an alternative or just do something with this unit, bro maxed out her entire skill tree before building her. Hey, it is what it is, right? Some people, they got different priorities. It's just, I would imagine getting the echoes done first would be the main thing, but hey, looks like you're just missing a... Wait, are you just... You do know you can... Oh, okay, he's only got 4 modifiers. The last account that we had like nothing to roll on and then 45 modifiers. So he only has 4. So I guess he's been grinding. It's just been a rough time. Moving on, we got our you know. She's got a disgusting, but it is what it is. S0. Let's check out the build. I mean, that's pretty good, but you kind of wish... I mean, it's pretty good, but it's a crit rate one, right? And her weapon's already crit rate, so you can't really transfer this one over. But if you are using a crit damage weapon, I mean, it is what it is. It's pretty solid, right? We got our Who Chief over here. Oh, bro came packing. Oh, bro came ready to play. You probably stole this from your Gion, you rat bastard. 5 out of 5, but I'm just gonna be real over here. It should be an arrow damage 3 cost. It should be an arrow damage 3 cost, but it's attack for some reason. And low crit damage, but decent subs elsewhere. And this is pretty much, yeah, it's a 4 out of 5 piece. Basically a 5 out of 5. The only way to make this better would be for it to be flat attack over here, but that's not really too much of a loss. I mean, the Uno build is good, but the 4 cost situation is a little suspicious, and that attack 3 cost is like also inherently suspicious. Now we got Augustoid. Okay, why do you have so many of these like on standby? Are you just like... Okay, I'm not gonna ask any questions. It's just it is what it is. All right, on the False Sovereign, we're gonna have crit damage, ER, and crit rate. Actually, very, very solid piece. Very, very, very nice. On this piece over here, double crit, ER, and heavy attack. Pretty good. We met all of our ER requirements. Okay, and over here, very, very nice 3 cost. 2 dead rolls, but extremely high elsewhere. We have too much ER now, but we still have nice crit rolls. And this is just a solid piece. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this Augusta is popping off, but yeah, you don't need 130. You don't need 130. She's also got her weapon. That's why their crit rate is kind of dog shit. Because Augusta, her weapon only gets 12%. Lupa, you need more ER, buddy boy. Let's check out the build. Crit rate, 4 costs, crit damage. Okay, kind of low-ass rolls all around on here. Barely above minimum. And attack 3 costs. So Lupa's actually one of those characters where it's kind of okay to use an attack 3 cost because she gains so many damage bonuses in her kit. Specifically this one. So an attack 3 cost is actually fine on her. This is a 5 out of 5. So you do go with whatever has better subs. But we got a fusion one to balance it out over here. This piece is also pretty decent, pretty okay. Just kind of wish the crit rate was higher. And this is also, again, another great piece, and then the crit rate, we just wish it was higher. But yeah, she definitely just needs one more ER roll, and then I think she's good. Now let's look at... She doesn't have 50k HP, so I think she's dog shit. Let's just check out why she's bad. Only 1 HP roll. Ugh. Nah, this is a pretty good Remedy Fleur-de-Lis. This one is another HP substat. Okay. Could use basic attack and basic attack, yeah. This is like barely a piece. I mean, it does have ER and you're at 120, but like, yeah, this is easily replaceable if you wanted to optimize. This one's pretty solid though because the rolls are just higher than the other piece. And this one has good crit damage, but yeah, I mean, you only got 2 HP subs on here. Are you even trying, bucko? Come on, man. Surely we can do better than this, right? Only 2 HP rolls? Jesus Christ. 49.4? Pathetic. All right, moving on. We got the zoning. Okay, she's missing a weapon, right? Ah, that's pretty good. A little bit high ER, but let's just check out the Capitaneous. Low crit damage, but everything else is a 10 out of 10, essentially. The forecast is also pretty good. Actually, a 4 out of 5. This Spectro damage one... This is actually dog shit. Because, think about it this way. It's like really low rolls, no offensive stats, and it's ER you don't need because you're already at 127. So, like, this is effectively just, like, double crit and nothing else. And it's like, well, I mean, it's decent, but you can definitely do a lot better, especially given, I'm pretty sure you're just like me and you have 4 million Eternal Radiance pieces. Yeah. Heavy attack, crit damage, crit rate, solid. And crit damage, crit rate, and ER. Definitely try to replace this one ASAP if you want to optimize the build, but I'm pretty sure this still clears. All right. Moving on to Cantarella.
The tides have whispered of your arrival.
I've never even seen this equipped on a unit before. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you just transfer Stringmaster around. Okay, she has no fucking ER. How do you even use this unit with no ER? I mean, the build is, like, solid, right? But, you need another ER roll, buddy. You need another ER roll, bucko. I would suggest probably just getting a new... Yeah, good luck, man. I'm not doing that for you. Yeah, she wants, like, 127, 130. She's not really playable on this. This is the thing. Sacrifice crit to make the unit usable. Because you will take this 170% ER Cantarella into any game mode, and you'll just be like, oh, her liberation's not up. She feels like shit to use. I'm, like, spending 5 extra seconds on her doing nothing. And I don't like playing the unit. Well, that's what's gonna happen, buddy. Now let's move on to the Phoebe. So, Phoebe... I guess uses this set. Or uses this. What kind of fucked up build is this? Oh, you're just supporting Zodi. In that case, it's not... I mean, you don't even need Stringmaster on her. You might as well just give her, like, a fucking variation. Honestly, give her this shit. It doesn't even matter. Like, she's not doing any damage anyways. And look, your attack looks cooler. Look at that. It says Leet. Yeah, just run this. Now you're Leet, bro. All right, now let's move on to the This is the I'm not reviewing a Moonlit Clouds Phoebe build because this character does no fucking damage. Like, the difference between her having +0 and +25 echoes is like 1% of the team's damage because she's like almost designed in confession mode to not do anything. So it doesn't really matter as long as you have enough ER to have her liberation up. That's basically what you need investment-wise on Confession Phoebe. Otherwise, you can get like a... This is the thing. Her liberation, right? When you're on like 70% crit, 75% crit, 300% crit damage, this thing does like 28k. Straight up. It does like 28k damage when you're at max build, and you're just like, that's half of one of Zodi's swings. Not even half. It's like a quarter of one of Zodi's swings. What's the fucking point of even investing? And so that's why I say, don't even bother putting Stringmaster on the build, because that's just going to, like, grief your other characters who need it a lot more. Now check out the... What the fuck? How does she have 150% fucking ER? What the fuck? I mean, it's a 4 out of 5, too, so I can't... Like, I can't even blame him for having this much ER either, because the other subs are, like, great. It's a 4 out of 5, It's a 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 4. But the thing is, it's that this is actually a dead roll. This is a dead roll. So all these like 4 out of 5s are actually like 3 out of 5s. Or the 5 out of 5s or 4 out of 5s, because after 120 ER, or really with Jeja, after 110, they're all dead rolls. But I mean, it's like, I can't even blame him for using the pieces because the rest of the rolls are good. So, yeah, I'm just gonna be real over here. This looks like a fucking glitch. This looks like a fucking glitch, to be honest. She always has her ult. Guys, if you play her with Jeja, you have her ult off cooldown at 108%. So it's like, this is like, with Jeja, this is like 40% excess ER. But the build is fine, so it's like, it is what it is. This is actually one of the craziest flexes I've seen. This is one of the craziest flexes I've seen. All right, let's check out the Chang Li.
Then conquer.
She gonna be on Emerald to Genesis. She also gonna have this. I mean, that's a nice looking Nightmare Inferno Rider. I mean, it's one of the better ones. But once again, if you do get Blazing Brilliance, you want a crit rate one. But assuming you're on EOG, this is probably as good as it gets. Nice, pretty much a 4 out of 5 on fusion damage over here. A nice 4 out of 5 as well. I mean, this is one of the best built Chang Li's I've seen. It just has excessive ER. Because you don't need this much on the character. You need like 120. Try that Carlotta. There's absolutely no reason to. It's going to play like... This is going to be like literally every other Carlotta you've ever seen in your life. There's literally no difference at all from this one and other ones that... This is just going to look like I'm taking footage from version 2.0 of the game. Yeah, no. That's just going to look like 2.0 game footage.
Then conquer. By ingenuity.
All right, any sequence nodes on these units, and I might have just skipped over them. No, we haven't skipped over any. All right, now let's check out our Jancy.
May I pray for anything specific for you?
Try solo Carlotta. I'm about to ban you from my chat for suggesting that. Yeah, solo Carlotta is some of the worst gameplay that exists in Wuthering Waves. You even asking that is like insane to ask for solo Carlotta gameplay. That is the most mind-numbingly bad shit in the game. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's so bad. Let's check out the Jancy. Okay, good ER. On her weapon. Low crit rate, but then and crit damage, but the rest of the stats are good. 4 out of 5 with low crit damage, but then everything else is good. And then just bro, this account might have the most, like, actual legitimate 5 out of 5 pieces I've seen. Or, like, 5 out of 5 and 4 out of 5 pieces. This Jancy build is actually kind of nuts. I mean, it doesn't look that great, but, like, it is good. I think that's the part that's going to throw some people off. Like, it doesn't, like, on the surface, it doesn't look that great. But then you look and you're like, oh, I see. She's got about 37% resident skill damage. I kind of wish there was a way to show these on the stat menu a bit more prominently, because this is gonna, like, but the difference between this being at 0 and at 36.7% is, like, they're worlds apart, right? In terms of, like, actual damage output, but it's like, you don't really get to see that on here, so the build does look just, like, okay at a baseline, but it's actually really good.
May I pray for anything?
And no notes. All right, now let's check out the true star of the account over here. And if this build isn't good, I'm.
The battlefield is dynamic. Do not let your guard down.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I mean, that's fantastic. This is a fantastic piece. That's a great piece over here. Oh, that's pretty good, too. Okay, we definitely stole his fucking pieces. Get this fucking... Get this skank off. Get her out of here. What the fuck? What's she doing wearing his clothes? Oh, no, that's what I'm talking about, buddy. I assume you use this as well. That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, no, that's a better use of those Sierra... My question is, how the fuck do you not have, like,
remain the
I don't know, like a fucking gust of welcome? Can't you just use... Why you gotta take his pieces? Can't you just fucking use these? What are you doing? Why would you use these? Jesus Christ. Anyways, that appears to be every single limited character. Why don't we take a look at... He told me to take a look at the standard character sequence nodes. Okay, he's got an S4 Calcharo. Goofy ass crown. Okay. He's got S3 Verena. That's pretty good. That's pretty shit. But S1 Encore. I mean, this just looks like regular fucking sequence nodes. S4. What was so special about these? What was so special about these? You don't have Ling Yang? Wait, bro has actually not pulled a single Ling Yang on the account? Not gonna lie, that's kind of impressive. Yo, hey, that might... Yep, it appears that bro has not pulled a single Ling Yang. Pull him one. That would be hilarious if we did. Like, what if I just... Guy is fucking broke. This guy is fucking broke. He can't even do a temp. Jesus Christ, Kuro game. Give this guy an event. He needs some fucking ass right. All right. So with that out of the way, Mr. Duz. Is there anything you want me to do in your TOA? Is there anything you want to do in any of your end games, any of your holograms, anything to show off? I mean, I'm just gonna be real here. You don't really have any like S6 units or anything. Like what would you like me to do? Poor shaming. I can also shame how bad your builds are in the TOA. Want to do my Arsenosa. Difficulty 6.
I should try to smile more.
Understood.
I don't know. Your builds are pretty dog shit. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know. Your builds are pretty bad. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Nah, yeah, I'm pretty sure I could do it with a bunch of teams, but I don't really feel like doing your hologram. Is there anything you want to show? Is there like is that the only thing you want? Because like surely you would want, like, you don't want to showcase any of your teams in like anywhere. Like it's just, hey, I really suck at the game. Can you do my hologram for me? That's it? That's your only request. This is paid, right? I mean, it is, right? That's the thing. So usually we will like do a clear. Usually we would like do a clear on. Okay, I mean this review has only been like 20 minutes anyways because there's just less characters. Sure, I guess we'll take the one combat event, the one actual new bit of combat in this update, and we'll do it for the viewer. Yeah, well, the only actual combat in this update will do it for him. Yeah, because he definitely has a lot more stuff to be spending his time on. He's got way more stuff. You know what'd be funny is, what if we just tried it with the naked Camellia, or sorry, Camellia's not naked, the naked Sanhua team. Just like, gave it a go right now.
Leave it to me. Stay calm.
Honestly, Camellia is like an absolutely insane unit.
Stay behind me, like frigid death.
Your ability flows.
Be alert.
Reborn from ancient roots. Struggle.
I feel like Camellia is just an absolutely nuts unit against this hologram.
Keep dancing. Rafting. Keep dancing.
Wait, she's actually so good against this hologram.
Leave it to me. I engraft you new.
Stay behind me. Frozen blockade.
And why?
A change.
Bloom from ashen shell. Don't run.
Hey, all I'm saying, I got a level 40 character on my team. Get off me. Get off my back. Stop bitching.
Leave it to me. Floating wall.
Get off my back.
Stay behind me. Like frigid depths. Karma
Ah!
has caught up to me.
That's the unfortunate part about using low HP units is they will die in literally one hit. So let me go make another stellar round for myself real fast.
Load sprout of budding seeds. Feed my
Yeah.
blossom.
Yeah, let me just go make another stellar round real fast.
Rafting, suffer.
Okay, easy. Yeah, first try. First try, naked Sanhua. So, yeah, I told you, this, she's very easy to use against this boss. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Very, very, very easy. So, yeah, I guess this review will stay under the 30-minute mark. We probably spent less time on this than a TOA floor. So, yeah, that'll be that for this one. Camellia. She's back in the meta, boys. So, yeah, let me know what you all thought. Peace. Is your Camellia S2? Yeah, it is, okay. But the thing is, guys, her being S2 doesn't really matter that much because you saw I was fucking cakewalking all over that shit. I was like, honestly, I felt like I was on, like, I was like fucking talking on the phone with like my mom or something in the middle of that. It was actually the easiest fight I've had. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I think she is legitimately the best possible fucking character to use against Arsenosa. She absolutely cooks his ass. She cooks his ass completely. Like, it's effortless because her dodge counters are so good. As long as you don't use Blossom Mode. The only time you use Blossom Mode is, well, during the second phase where she starts throwing the spears at you and you will block all of them and then, you know, hit the parries. So, yeah, she fucks this boss up. Okay. That's another account. Now let me log out of this one and we'll move on with the list. So, you guys actually did predictions on that one? How many believers did I actually have? How many believers did I... See details. Sorry, let me just see over here. Is that... Does he clear... What is 273k no? And was it 100k yes? Which side was no? Was it the... It was, so 274k yes. Wait, so I had more believers that I was gonna like first time it. I had never used Camellia against that boss before, and you guys simply expected me to just clear it. Hey, I might be the best Camellia player on this planet, bro. I mean, I'll just be entirely real with you. I think I'm a top tier Camellia player. Yeah, I think I'm a top tier Camellia player, Bucko. We just don't do that weird quick swap shit with Rosia because it's fucking. I don't want to play Rosia. Hey, don't at me. Don't at me. Literally no warm up. Hey, that was with no warm up. That was with no fucking warm up. You guys wouldn't do that on your first try cold. Don't fucking play. You would not do that on your first time cold. You're lying. Everyone in chat would. You're lying. All right. Can we go ahead and see who's next on the list? Because we did do Does. Mods, can you just be on the lookout for any of these individuals, right? Any of these individuals. See if they pop their head around. You were so chill. It looked like you just checked out for the fight. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, I'm gonna go take a break to go grab some water, fix my hair, and then I'll BRB. Alrighty, we're back. Are there any updates on who is available? Who's here? Atlas is here? Okay. Effect Dot and Atlas are here. Okay. Okay, alrighty. We can get to them next then. Let's see. Who is this? Who is Setnam? Okay, he's down here. Yeah, I had Setnam message me and he's down there. Where's Atlas? Okay, I got Atlas's DM. Okay. Alrighty, I got your stuff. Alright, let me make sure I don't dox you. Um. Okay, that worked. It's an EU account. Let's start breaking it down. Saint's password is I love Gian123. Nope, that's your mother's. Where the fuck am I? Okay. All right. Any specific things you want me to look at? Any specific things you want me to look at?
Heed the echoes.
My Yuno, I'm having trouble leveling her relics. Well, first things first, there are no relics in this game, dumbass. Anyways, well, let's get this one started. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it again for another account review. And boy, oh boy, I got no idea what lies in store. So you might be able to tell by the thumbnail or the title what the surprise actually is. You're along with me for the ride. Let's go ahead and check it all out. Alrighty. So, first things first, we're just going to go in order of who we got on the roster right now. And I got to say, some of these builds are already looking a little bit cracked. Let's just start off with the very first one over here, the Frolova. And boy, oh boy, these stats do look a little bit insane. We got Lethian Elegy. Nice. R1. Let's check out the build on the Echoes. So we got a crit damage Hikari. Very, very nice crit rate and crit damage rolls over here. And resonance skill at a high level. Solid. She got her first one cost. Okay, she's going to be missing a crit rate roll. That's a little bit unfortunate. I really do think that, especially for like these one costs over here, we could do a little bit better. The rest of the stats are nice, though. A nice, you know, crit damage, crit rate. Kind of wish there was a resonance skill or attack in here, but it still works out well. And then we got an attack 3 cost. The subs on it are pretty damn good, but I'm pretty sure Frolova is a bit better with a Havoc damage one because she actually gets attack, a lot of attack, when she activates some parts of her kit. And this piece over here, okay, this one's looking really good. So, yeah, I would just say the main thing is maybe just look into making this like a Havoc damage one, but then again, the subs are so amazing that you maybe don't want to do that. And get a crit rate roll on here. The nice thing is the character doesn't need ER, so there's not a lot of rolls you need to, you know, focus on. And you're already at 92% with what the build is looking like right now. So, yeah, let's just check out. Levels look good, all of that. Yeah, I mean, it's a solid for Frolova. I'm pretty sure she clears all the content. She's going to be accompanied by a Dan Jean, who's going to be on Rosia's set. But you can kind of just do that. Okay, this is kind of what I meant over here. Can't you just put, like, this on your fucking Frolova? And just give your Dan Jin the attack one? Like, wouldn't that kind of just be, like... Wouldn't that just kind of be, like, better? I'm just being real with you. Like, wouldn't that just... Wouldn't this just be better? Yes, I know your crit rate is a little bit lower, right? But the thing is that you now have higher crit damage, the attack substat over here, and then you can just find a crit rate on Dreams of the Lost, which, well, let's be real here, you can just farm it from the Nightmare Nest every day for fun. So your Frolova not being, like, optimized right now, that's kind of just you being lazy at this point, because you could just do the Nightmare Nest. But I can tell you've been kind of slacking. I can tell you've been kind of slacking on the Echo grind, amigo. Yeah, just do your Nightmare Nest and get more of these so that, you know, you can replace this piece, get double crit on it. And then you'll have, you know, one of the craziest Frolovas ever. So yeah, Danjin build is pretty solid as well, naturally, right? We did that replacement over here. We got that piece. Yeah, solid overall. Yeah, I mean, it's just a good Midnight Veil set. And you can always look into upgrading it for your Rosia later on, because 70.6 on an EOG, that isn't even maxed out. That basically means, and 132 ER, that means that your Rosia might be ready to go as well if you ever do end up upgrading to her. Cantarella, on the other hand, she's going to be having Whispers of Sirens, 140 ER on this set. That's really good. Crit damage, crit rate, ER, basic attack, really good. Crit rate, no crit damage, but it's got the ER and the basic, pretty good. ER, crit damage, crit rate. Again, this is a hard set to balance out the stats on, so I think you did a pretty great job thus far. It's just, you kind of wish you had crit damage over here, but this is another one of your sources of ER, so you could just replace it as well. Do keep that in mind. Cantarella really only needs like 130. And so if you're further trying to like move around some of your Midnight Veil pieces, you could think about doing this. Because I think Cantarella does a bit more than your Danjin, right? You could just do that. And give your 4-star unit, who's doing the least amount of damage on the team, the worst echoes. Why not? And then make your other characters who are doing more damage or a better scaling, make them better, right? So that's just some small optimizations I made to make both of these units better at the cost of your sub DPS on the team who's doing the least amount of damage. I don't think that's a bad trade. All right, now let's move on to our Yuno. And apparently this was the build that he said wasn't that good. She's going to have her signature. The Mia's missing a little bit of crit rate. The good news about Yuno is that because of the fact that she has such a high crit rate weapon, missing 1 crit rate roll on her build is not really that bad. It's not really that big of a deal. So let's go ahead. Let's start looking a little bit more at some of the rest of the build. This is a solid piece, just low crit damage. Low ER, too. Solid piece over here with 4 out of 5. It's got double attack. It's a carapace. ER, crit, flat attack. It just looks like there isn't a lot of stats here, but there are good ones. And this is a amazing... You definitely stole this from your Geon, didn't you? Yeah, 9.920. I don't know why this guy was saying his Yuno build was hard to balance. This is I would say this is a pretty good one. The only thing you're missing is crit rate on the forward cost, but Yuno can comfortably miss a crit rate roll in her build. So, yeah, she looks pretty solid to me, man. She looks pretty solid to me. Now let's move on. Let's check out the Cartithia. She needs more ER. 109 is not really that much. She's going to have Defier's Thorn. Pretty cool. Crit rate, okay, HP, basic attack. Low crit rate, though, but then the rest of the stats are good. Crit, basic, high roll. Liberation's nice, too. Great forecast. Crit, basic, high crit. Also really good. And then HP, low crit rate, crit damage base. I mean, this is a pretty solid Cartithia build. The only thing is that it's missing 10% ER. Yeah, it's missing 10% ER, but the crit stats are pretty damn good. I would dare say this is probably the most replaceable piece. Losing an HP or a basic attack roll and then replacing it with ER would probably be the best thing to do. Because, yeah, 109 is a little bit rough. It is a little bit rough, and, well, I'll just be real here. You also don't have 50k HP, so the Cartithia at a baseline is kind of trash, right? Sorry, I just make fun of every single Cartithia that I see that doesn't have 50k HP. You basically need, like, 3 or 4 substat rolls of HP to make that happen, and it can be a little bit hard to do, but that's kind of like the mark that you know that she's, like, you know, she's well invested in. So, make that, like, your target. Chakota needs more ER. I don't think 121 is enough for this unit. You typically want something closer to like 125, 130. Otherwise, she can have some problems. Let's see the build. We got Remini Fleur-de-Lis with ER, crit rate, crit damage. Nice. And then we got another great piece over here. Attack, crit rate, crit damage, ER. And well, you can imagine what's going on over here. Oh, also really, really good. Okay. Surely you can replace this one. And that one's really good. I mean, you already know what to do. You gotta just get another Gust of Welcome 3 cost. Bro, go get some echoes. What the fuck is this? Are you, like, deleting all of them the second? Go get some more, man. Jesus Christ, your inventory looks, like, scary with how little stuff is in it. I can tell that this is a newer account. Let's check out the Zani. Blazing Justice. A nice 4 out of 5 over here. Really, really, really solid. Another 4 out of 5 here. Just low crit rate and crit damage, but it's still solid. 3 out of 5. With high crit rate, heavy attack. I mean, that's a lot of heavy attack. Is that heavy attack on 3 pieces? And then incredibly high crit rolls on this Sagittario, the 1 cost. And then we're missing crit damage over here. Okay, I see. Yeah, I don't know. I think you can replace this one, man. And unfortunately, your ER is a bit low without replacing it, but your stats are still pretty good. Let me just check his sequence notes, too. All right. Oh, Yuno's S2, and Cantarella's S2. I'm surprised your Ferlova isn't S2 if Cantarella is. Anyways, yeah, so the Yuno build is fine, 100%. Yeah, especially when she's S2. I'm pretty sure she pops off. Let's check out... Okay, Surely we use, like, a Moonlit Cloud set and just transfer it over, right? I assume that's what you're doing, because, holy fuck, this is, she literally has no equipment. Let's see the Carlotta. The Last Dance. Pretty good. 5 out of 5. Actually, like just a complete 5 out of 5 here. A 2 out of 5 here. Unfortunate. Another 2 out of 5. Oh, we're running double attack. You definitely want a Glacio. You definitely want 1 Glacio. You do not want double attack on this character. Double crit with a good resonant skill damage roll and high crit rolls. And then a 4 out of 5 over here. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of just... your 3 costs are just criminally fucking bad. Yo, I don't know how you don't... Surely you got, like, 1 modifier, bro. I won't use them because you don't have that many. But you want 1 Glacio damage on the character. And both of these 3 costs are arguably mid because they're just crit and nothing else. Extremely easy to replace one of these. Use it. Okay, I mean, you only got 1. This is kind of like the issue with dismantling every fucking Echo on your account, which is what I assume you did, right? Because you got, like, nothing, bro. You got nothing in your inventory. I don't think I've ever seen it this bad before. Yeah, I kind of don't. You know, okay, I gotta go again. Okay, we're stopping there. Hey, we only spent 30 tuners. It was looking good, but yeah, I ain't about that. That defense roll is actually really high too. Yeah, I mean, you just got to replace that 3 cost. You got to start farming some Tacet fields or like just farming the overworld, man. It's just, I mean, it's like you're not setting a particularly high bar with these. Like these are, I think most people will agree, these are kind of trash, right? Those are pretty fucking bad. Especially compared to the quality of the rest of the set. I have, like, a big issue when I see, like, pieces like this, which are, like, good God, this is really fucking good. And then immediately the next one is like, good God, this is trash. Right? I feel like if you're gonna get that lucky, you gotta go all the way and finish up the build. All right, now let's check out our Camellia. 70% crit and then 300... I feel like her build is filthy. Oh, this is an extremely filthy Dreamless. Okay, I can... Unfortunately, Nightmare Crownless is so much better than Dreamless. It's, like, crazy. But I can see why you want to use this one. Yeah, that's good. That's also really good. Additionally, that's fantastic. The only thing that would make it better is like a basic attack or an attack roll and higher crit, but that's also really good. Okay, yeah, this Camellia is really good. It's just, you kind of wish you had this on, like, Nightmare Crownless, and then, you know, just was able to pace it over, but, again, that's like 321% on the build. So, her having over 300% crit damage is not too surprising when you see the Echo subs.
Understood.
Shorekeeper, too much ER. At this point, you don't need, why does she have an attack echo? What the, you clearly fucked up there, didn't you? Right? Yeah, you were goofing around a little bit. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Yeah, Verita had the HP one. Let's check out the G-Jaw. She needs more ER. She does not have enough ER, my friend. 120 is you really, this character does not really function on 120. Oh, and you got... yeah, I mean, you really don't have anything to roll on either. So, it's just, the character feels rough at 118. Yeah, she feels really rough at 118. Just go 130. Go get 2 ER rolls. On the Empire Anthem or the Moonlit set, it's not a tall task at all. Okay? It's not a tall task to get 2 ER rolls on your set. Because it'll make your gameplay on this unit so much better.
The battlefield is dynamic. Do not let your guard down.
Alright, do I need to permanently ban you from my... Do I need to What? Have you been deleting his pieces for fun? Wait, this is like, are you like just, instead of farming Tacet fields, are you dismantling plus 25 echoes that are like for built characters? What's going on over here? Is this why we have no echoes on the account? I feel like I need to just take a photo of this. You only have 110 total echoes. There's none of them. Brother, I feel like you are actually actively bricking your account. How do you have no echoes on any characters? Just go do Tacet fields and get resources instead of dismantling everything. What the hell? Because I have to assume that's what's going on. You're kind of like... What, you only plan on using 2 characters at a time? And then you just, once you're done using them, you're like, I'm done playing with you, Woody. Toy Story, right? And then you just dismantle their echoes and then go use them to go RNG roll on other ones? I don't know, man. I feel like this is kind of... If that's what's going on, I feel like that's slightly self-destructive behavior, but, like, I would suggest you stop, otherwise you're gonna have, like, no builds on any units. Like, if you just keep doing that. Because, like, there's currently, like, just no echoes on the account overall. Just like, don't, like, dismantle your pieces.
Hopefully,
all right, I mean, I don't think that there's too much else to look at. The Verena looks fine, but it's just, I do think that this is, like, a lesson of... You don't need to have, like, only 100 echoes in your inventory. You definitely should have a lot more. And it's just, don't break down your existing pieces for... You know, to build new units if they're decent pieces. Because I'm looking at the Sierra Gale piece quality, and I have to assume the rest of the pieces were at least like halfway decent, right? Because it seems like we were optimizing pretty highly the substats that we had when we built them in the first place. Like, these are 3 fantastic pieces. So what do the other 2 look like? I don't know. I'm getting like slightly traumatized from this one. I'm going to be honest. I'm telling you that I think this is kind of crazy behavior. But it is what it is. May this serve as a bit of a lesson for those, right, that might be in a bit of a situation like that. All right. I guess that's the entire review. There's not too much else to check his wayplates. I mean, bro's been grinding. Like, he don't have any reserve or leftover ones. I mean, he grinded all the endgame and everything, too. But yeah, is there anything that, any endgame, any, like, game modes, anything you wanted to take a look at on the account? What can I do, my friend? Wish I got this lesson 2 days ago? What, to not fucking delete your echoes? Level 6 Lady of the Sea, I cannot beat her. Oh, dearie me, not this fucking... I think I'm gonna give it... just so you know, I don't like the Mia boss either. I think she's a piece of shit. I think she's a pile of dog shit. So, I'm literally probably... Oh, dearie me. This boss is so cooked, man. This boss is legitimately so fucking cooked. And the worst part about this is that, like, I can't even, like... You know, I think we'll try to use the Carlotta team. I'm gonna be real with you. I, like, need an ER roll on my Jeja, so, like, I'm actually about to put a fucking variation on her. I'm about to put a fucking R5 variation on the Jeja. I'm not even joking. Alrighty. Let's set it up. Let's, set her up. And this is, unfortunately, going to be the Carlotta that is missing some glacial damage. So that's going to be a little bit rough. But, alright. Lady of the Sea. Son of a bitch. Yeah, this is literally the worst hologram in the game.
Leave it to me. I engraft you new. Art unveiled. Here comes the helper. My company. An eye for an eye.
I don't even know what I got hit by.
Victory favors me. An eye for an eye. A new
Bro, I
era
hate this
of
boss so much.
improvise. Still, thou
I got hit by the floor.
recognize me?
I got hit by the Dark Tide.
I'm so tired. In war with time. Institution. Huh? Witness the art's true form. Here comes my company. Open. Take this. The stage is set.
Alright, here we go.
Is mine.
Nice break, though.
In the name of
Good
the
break
mighty.
timing. Lets us get off like a good chunk of damage on her before she starts her bullshit.
Ordained. Well or not. Yeah, loading.
Oh, fuck. It's been so long since this shit happened. Oh, no, not this bullshit again.
Durability.
I don't even... bro, I fucking hate dog shit moves like that. Where it's like, okay, it's been like 10 years since I fought the boss, so I don't remember the timing on it. It's so... Those mechanics are just like, okay, by the way, if you ever take a break from fighting this boss, you will get cooked by the timing on that, because there's no way you're gonna fucking remember it. If you ever do it again.
My company.
It actually kind of pisses me off that that's the design of it. It's just like, oh yeah.
You. Institution. Capture the spark.
Oh, great. Jeja and her dog shit bug is about to fuck me.
Ramming won't save you. You will yield. Victory favors me. Masterpiece complete. Improvise. Step. Oath from the heart. Recognize me. Diminish. Loading. Astral modulation.
Okay.
Art unveiled. Huh? Here comes my company. Open. Brilliance lights the way. Glory demands more. In the name of the Montellis.
Oh, great. I can't see!
An eye.
Hopefully that...
Ordained.
Okay, that worked. Okay, don't need to worry about the timing that way.
I'm fine.
Bro, okay, am I just like, bro, I don't know what I'm even supposed to be looking at in this fight.
Durability. Insta-painting. Capture the spark.
I don't even know where I'm supposed to be looking at, man.
Infra.
Oh my god, no, Jeja!
My company. The stage is set. Stand down. I'm still standing. Vow from the soul. This is not the end.
This is such a poorly designed fucking fight. Whoever designed it is literally... The fact that it hasn't got fixed either, yeah, you need to be fired, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Were you fucking high when you designed this thing?
Leave it to me. Recognize me. I am
Like, were you
God.
high when you designed this boss? Like, half the characters in the game just, like, literally, like, instantly die.
Art's true form. I'm no match. My company. You will yield. Victory favors me. An eye for an eye.
Because I feel like I almost got it on the first time, and then I just got
In the name
griefed
of the Monte.
by the timing on that last hit. And then this other time, right, had no fucking ER.
Ordained. In war with time. Insta-painting. Did I mess it up? I'm sorry.
Great, she died in the fucking air off of that attack. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like fighting this fucking thing because I literally think this is the most bullshit boss in the entire fucking game. You can just close the predictions now, just refund it. I don't like doing I don't want to do predictions on this boss, and I don't want people bitching about it in chat because fighting this thing is actually like pissing me off. Because like I'm remembering how every part of its design is literally fucking diseased.
Glory demands more.
I'm just remembering how every part of this boss's design feels like it's meant to, like, not make you want to play the game.
A new era awaits.
Yeah, just refund it. I don't want to hear people bitching.
Still,
Honestly, don't even do the predictions. People bitch too much. Like, the more people that complain about predictions, the less I want to do them. So just don't do them.
craft you new. Load. Insta-paint. Art unveiled. Did I mess it up?
Yo, Trollians, appreciate it.
The stage is set. Victory favors me. Masterpiece complete.
Oh, we missed the crit there.
Still
That's poetic.
ordained. Perish.
Oh, great. The worst phase 2 in Gacha history.
Astral modulation. Loading. Insta-painting. Did I mess it up?
Oh, boy. I love when I'm getting outraged by fucking tornadoes, man.
I'm no match. My company. Running work. Is that glory?
I'm not doing that. I'm good, bro. Nah, you can do this yourself. I'm not doing this shit. This boss is like, it's so fucking diseased, it's crazy. You want to know what Carlotta's kit is? Let me show you something about Carlotta's kit.
Understood.
Let me show you something about
I
Carlotta's kit.
will decide whether it's for show or for battle.
After casting Resonant Skill Chromatic Splendor, Carlotta can perform mid-air attacks while being immune to any damage. Oh yeah, I was definitely immune to damage there. It's just, she's so fucking bugged. Like, you get juggled in the fucking air. I'm good, bro. It's such a dog shit fight. But, yeah, that's just another example of why I think Mia is the worst hologram in the game. I just don't even want to do it. It's literally, I would prefer to do any other hologram like 3 times as opposed to doing Mia a single time. because her design is the worst thing I've ever seen in the game before when it comes to be a hologram. When it comes to a hologram. So, yeah, it's just a bit of a disaster for that one. I would dare say the best character that you probably have to use against some dog shit like Mia is to probably just not play the game, just not do the boss at all, and wait for Kuro to eventually bug fix it, because right now, its design is just an absolute nightmare. But yeah, overall, the account, I mean, obviously, I think the Yuno is in a great spot, and you probably wish you could use the Yuno against that boss, but
Understood.
you're probably
I am
not
how
necessarily
these
going to be
items.
able to because, well, it's
I
error resistant.
remain the anchor.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. Good luck with your Mia hologram. Again, I don't feel like doing it. You probably got to go pay somebody in the Philippines to do it for you. It's some bullshit. So, yeah, let me know what you all thought about this breakdown. I'm not going to bang my head against a wall for like 10 minutes trying to deal with that shit because the boss is one of the worst designed ones I've ever seen in the game. Let me know what you all thought. Peace. Alrighty. Alrighty. Dodge attacks. If you don't understand what the issue is with that boss, you will probably never understand what the issue is with that boss. Yeah. Yeah. All right, Mia's second phase is insane. This is the thing with that fight. The fact that there are tornadoes behind you that are literally the range of the arena, and you now have to keep track of the dumb shit the boss is doing, and then keep a mental tracker of the fact that there's a tornado behind you that will come in, and if you're in the air, it'll juggle you until you die. I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. It's not, like, the fight feels like a fucking chore. The fight feels like I'm multitasking at work, not fucking playing a video game. It's like, I feel like I need to look behind myself in real life. There might be a tornado there. You could wait out that part. I literally don't feel like playing the game. If your advice to me is just corner camp for 10 minutes until the boss stops doing that gay shit, I'm good, bro. Like I'd rather just not do the fight. Hey, appreciate it, Zero. Yeah, like I'd literally rather just not do the fucking fight if the advice is wait for a whole 2 minutes in the background and do nothing. I'm good, bro. I'm fucking good. That shit, like that boss makes me like actually angry with how bad its design actually is. Honestly, just dodge better. Oh, okay, wait, where's that guy that just told me to dodge better? Hey, I'll give you some dodging practice right now. Wait, dodge this ban button. Where is it at? Yeah, dodge this ban button, right? Since you're so good at it. Show me how it's done. Show me how it's done. Where you at? Hey, let's find you real fast. Where you at? Don't worry, I got you. I got you. You want to practice dodging, right? Hey, maybe you can parry this one. Let's see. Where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, Crowberg. Okay. All right. He didn't dodge it. He didn't dodge it. He didn't dodge it. So I guess that advice didn't work. Like, I literally just, and the reason why I banned him is because I literally said the fight is a chore because you have to keep track of the fucking multiple tornadoes that are the length of the arena that are constantly behind you. And if your response to that is just dodge, then yeah, I'm going to ban you because you're actually fucking stupid. Like, you heard the reason is clearly not dodging. It's just, it feels like a fucking chore doing the fight. And, well, Just dodging doesn't make it less of a chore, is it? I mean, I guess, guys, I mean, there's other ways to say you want to be banned. You can just say, Saint, please just ban me. I got your message, though, so you will be banned as well. But, like, there are other ways to say, just ban me, if you really want to be banned. Saint, just please VIP me. Yeah, it's not that easy, though. Oh, that's another person that got banned over here. Wait, okay, that's 3 people banned because they wanted to dodge, but they couldn't dodge. Is there a 4th person that wants to try dodging IRL? Because you guys just keep talking about how good you are in-game at it. Is there a 4th person that wants to try dodging IRL? Okay, no more takers. No more takers. Alrighty. What else do we got going on over here? Let me see. Let's see over here. Who was next? Effect Dot is here. Okay. Okay, Effect Dot is here. Alrighty. Let me get that information in. What region are you in, Effect Dot? I think that's what I haven't gotten the message of right now. What region are you in? I can probably tell, but we'll see. All right, it's EU. It is EU. Ew.
The power just
What the hell is this shit doing on the account?
as we head toward
The fuck is that?
the power to split.
I literally the split that I see of male rover to female rover is like 90-1. That's what I would say it is. It's around a 90-1 split, male rover, female rover. 1% like 10% female rover. But hey, it is what it is. I won't rain on your parade too much. Just know that you got the there's a right option and there's a wrong option. Specifically just because of the VA work. Alrighty. Alrighty.
the
We don't have that many characters on the account, so we'll see what we can do about this one. All right.
Such is their blessing.
Why is my screen like schizoing out? Why am I like hearing boss battle music? Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it again with another account review. And this time, as per usual, we're not going to have too much of a clue because we're super fresh right off the bat for what the account has in store, but you might have been able to tell from the thumbnail or the title. So without further ado, let's just go ahead, let's get right into it and see what this one is all about. Apparently, this player took a 6-month break, and they came back pretty recently. So let's just go ahead and see what they've got in store. All right, they've got a Cartithia where the build does look like it's going to be pretty consistent. She's going to be S3, so we got one of those rare, sorry, not rare, one of those S3 Cartithia owners that I've talked about quite a lot that like pretending that their Cartithia is actually S0. So let's go ahead and see what the build is actually looking like. Okay, a very modest double crit with flat HP over here. We got double crit over here as well with another flat HP. Kind of low rolls on the crit rate, though, I will say, 6.3%. The first one costs HP percentage, low crit rate, and then crit damage, also kind of low. No crit rate at all on this one, but we got HP, ER, and crit damage. And relatively high crit rate over here, HP and crit damage. I would say it's pretty clear what you need. You need a crit rate on this one cost because right now your Cartithia only has like 63.8%. So all of those sequence nodes, right? All those big damage boosts that we have, all those big multiplier increases, well, we're not getting full benefit out of them because we're never critting. Because she doesn't really run, maybe she runs Shorekeeper, right? And the crit rate's better because she is S3, but it is what it is, right? Yeah, we would hope to get this to around 70, something like that. And the thing is, right, she also doesn't have that much basic attack damage. Actually, literally 0%. And needs another ER roll. Because you want around 120% on this character to have some good uptime. So, that's a little bit rough. Alright, the Chacona. Her build is actually looking really good. 132 ER. We have Gusts of Welkin. Yeah, I feel like this build is cracking. The forecast is actually one of the more middling pieces on the build with that low crit damage. We're going to have also a really... Oh. This is like... You guys know that meme of Homer Simpson? Where it's like... He's all like this and he looks really fit. But then you find out it's because he clipped all the fat on his back to like stretch his skin and like, you know, make him look... Yeah, that's like what this is, because I thought that this was like a solid 130 ER Chakota build, but it's like, no, we have an ER 3 cost, and there's no ER on any of the... That's rough. I mean, it works, right? But it's not good, because she'll have dog shit damage, because we're missing a whole entire 3 cost. And it's like, you can tell that the rest of the pieces are, they're kind of like double crit and then nothing else, because there's... Well, we gotta find the ER somewhere. So, I mean, she's usable, right? She's usable, but it's also like, god damn. If we've already, like, juiced her up by getting her weapon, we also have an S3 car, or, like, surely we can grind some better echoes, right? Because it looks really good, then you realize, oh dear, I've been jebaited. I definitely got jebaited. I got baited too.
Let me be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Yeah, that's why I'll never be able to use this unit. It's if I had to hear that every single time I went to the character creation menu, I would just turn sound off permanently. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter what you put on this character. It really doesn't. They don't do any damage anyways, so... I mean, Rejuvenating Glow, at least you bought Chakota on the team.
I shall have
Lupa!
no one tarnishing victory's honor.
Vernon Summit. Wait, what? No Lupa Sig. Okay. And the pieces, we got crit damage, crit rate, Resonance Liberation. Okay. ER roll, which is nice on the fusion damage. Crit damage, crit rate. Missing crit rate over here. That's why her crit is kind of low. And then we got double crit ER. And then Resonance Liberation. Crit. Okay, the Lupa build is... It's a little it's a little middling, right? We're missing like a crit damage roll, we're missing a crit rate roll, and we also don't have the ER that we want on the character either. So there's a couple of things that we're sort of struggling with over here. It is what it is, right? So a lot of room for improvement. You could also get her Sig as well, but Verdant Summit works just fine on her. Although, honestly, it might be better to run this and then have like a crit rate. It might actually be better to run this on her. I'm not even joking. Your stats actually look like better on... She doesn't have as much crit damage, right? But now she has the ER. And this gives Resonance Liberation damage boost. So, yeah, I'm just going to be real with you. And she also uses multiple resonance skills in a rotation, so you get the bonus as well. All right, Zani. I hope she's S2. Wait, let me actually... Okay, come on. You're at your Chakota's S2. You can give her better pieces. If your Chakota's S2, you can give her better pieces. Let's be real here, right? You can optimize her echoes a bit more. She deserves it if you're going to invest that much. All right, so the Zani is also S2, but that is a shocking... That is a shocking lack of crit rate. So let's see how it all broke down over here. I mean, this was solid. It's a pretty good Capitanius. We're missing crit rate over here, I see. But otherwise good. Missing crit rate over here, but otherwise it's okay. And then we got the crit rate here with the crit damage and the heavy. Nice. And then, okay. I feel like we're being a little ambitious here by, like, completely foregoing crit rate on, like, 2 of our pieces. But they are decent pieces, right? But it's not like the crit damage rules, except on this one, are, like, anything to write home about. I mean, it's... Yeah, you already got enough ER, sort of. You can miss one of the ER rolls and be okay. Maybe you replace that 4 cost with one that has double crit later on. You could think about it. But yeah, she's going to have 54, actually, in the stat screen. With Shorekeeper, she has, like, 85. So, I mean, it could just go up to, like, 90, right? At a baseline, if you invest a little bit more. Alrighty. What else do we have over here? We got Baranto. He's going to have Unflickering Valor, but I do feel like we are at a bit of an impasse when it comes to the rest of his build. No crit over here. No crit damage, unfortunately. We do have ER that's nice, but then we're missing the crit rate on this piece. And another ER roll. We got the ER roll there, but we did get it here, but no crit rate. And then we got crit rate, but no crit damage. And then we got crit damage with no crit rate, but then the ER. Yeah, that's why I said this character will break your account. That's why I've said multiple times on numerous occasions that this unit will, like, break your account. Because getting him built is something that a lot of newer players or those that have other characters to build, right? It's a bit rough. And the reality about the situation over here, right, is that we're at 290% ER while missing 2 ER rolls. We could actually miss 3 ER rolls and be at 280%, which is where his max bonus is. And so you could realistically actually drop one of the ER rolls on here and fix up the build that way. All right, moving on. We've got Phoebe. She gonna be on. No crit rate on this forecast. No crit damage on this one. Pretty decent stats overall on this. You could actually replace one of your... I think you can replace one of your Zani pieces with this one if you're being entirely real. And I might just do that for you. Because it does look like right now you've got you're sort of doubling up on Eternal Radiance without really knowing why you're doubling up on Eternal Radiance. Because if you're using this team at all, one thing you probably should have realized is that, well, there's not really a need for Phoebe to be on the Eternal Radiance set. Look, we made your build, like, actually meaningfully better with that one. Because she should be on Moonlit Clouds if she's supporting Zani. So, this is, like, not really even, like, a good build for her if you're using her with Zani on the team, because she does no fucking damage. So, it's not worth giving her, like, a damage-oriented set. So, yeah, that would be my take on this. Just put her on Moonlit Clouds. Assuming that you're using Zani. Rosia. 126 ER, which is honestly, it's okay. We have Lorelei. This is the you want actually this thing. You want the Nightmare Impermanence Herod on her. And you're also missing a crit rate roll. However, what that tells me is that you are making up for the crit rate elsewhere on the build, so you must have like some decent rolls on a couple of pieces. Because if you just get, maybe we could do a little bit of a miracle rolling over here. Honestly, what if that's a high crit rate roll? That's defense. Yeah. So what I was gonna say is, I mean, if you really want, you should probably make like a crit damage one, farm it, and then just get double crit over here with this. And then your Rosea is gonna be a lot better because she'll actually have like that 70% crit rate that she needs to maximize her attack bonus. But this is a fact. You don't have anywhere to use her with on the fucking account, except Camellia. But then Sanhua can just use her. So this is probably like the lowest priority that you have on your build list until you decide to pull like Ferlova and Cantarella. But if you never do that, you could just like pretend this unit doesn't exist. But well, that would be a tragic comedy, right? Because you have tragic comedy. So you kind of are incentivized to build the character because you have her limited weapon too. So that's another thing, unfortunately, that's kind of going on over here. You don't really have like a, well, Mono Havoc is kind of her team, but you don't have it. So it's like, why are you going to build her? But then you're like, oh, I want to build her because I have the signature. It's a troubling position to be in. I hope you find your way out of it. Now let's take a look at Carlotta. Why does she only have 60% crit rate? Does she have S1? We have Phoebe's S1. Oh, God. Okay. Why does she have 60% crit rate? Let's see what's going on here. So, a pretty okay-looking Phantom Sentry Construct. No real issues with it over here. Resident Skill, Attack, and then Critical Damage over here. Missing the crit rate. That's probably what it is. And then, oh, we got 2 pieces missing crit rate? Oh, dearie me. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, you can't do that on this unit. Because if you don't crit on her shots, you are going to be restarting a lot. This piece is also a little mid. It's like, it's just double crit and then a whole lot of nothing. And then this is double crit and a whole lot of nothing, but at least it's high crit, so I can't really fault you. Yeah, these 3 costs are a bit of a disaster, man. I know they're great stats, but you're missing the crit rate, and that is really important to have on a character like this. Because she has a lot of big single target hits in her kit, and if those don't crit, you're having a rough time. So yeah, 2 missing crit rolls. You'd rather actually miss a crit damage roll than a crit roll. That's my take when it comes to units like this. Now let's check out our Camellia. Oh yeah, and these are all, I'm pretty sure every unit has their signature at this point except for Lupa. Do we hate her? Who knows? Wait, actually, we might just hate her. Yeah, she's the only one that doesn't have one. Let's check out Red Spring. Crit or Camellia. Crit I mean, this is an amazing Nightmare Crown list. One of the best I've ever seen, to be honest. Really, really good 3 costs as well. Fantastic. It's an okay 3 cost over here. The ER is high though, so that's good. You can replace this with an attack one as well. If you're looking to truly optimize, attack 3 cost is better with Camellia Sig. And you're missing crit. Oh, this one cost is some dog shit. Oh, this one cost is also missing crit rate too. Ooh, yeah. It's like, these pieces are really good, and then it kind of all goes to shit over here. I'm going to be real with you, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, but just focus on double crit, because that's a bit of a situation. I'm just going to be real with you. That's 58.1% crit rate. That's not very high. Understood. Shorekeeper. It looks good. It's got great crit damage. You got amazing... really high crit damage, actually, and a lot of ER. The only thing is, you could work on getting a Spectro damage piece with an ER roll and maximize more of a DPS that way. So that's an option as well. All right, now we got Jeja. What the fuck? Okay, 1, I could understand. I don't know why you have 2. I can understand one, because, like, you did the same thing for your Chacona. Why do you have two? Yeah, she only needs 130 ER to have it up every rotation. You have 190. Okay, her build is just inherently a little bit cooked. I think you mainly just use her. I don't think you're trying to focus on her personal damage at all, but there's a lot of work you can do on that build if you want to increase the judge of personal damage. Yes, it is very low.
Plan with convention, then conquer by ingenuity.
Yeah, so you remember what I said about crit rate? Yeah, this is a... It's good. It's a good Nightmare Inferno Rider. We're missing crit rate, but good stats on the ER and the crit damage, but really low ER roll. We're missing the crit damage, but nice other stats here. And then, I'm gonna be real. Why? What? Did you roll this and you were like, yeah, like this is just I think slotting this one in is a little bit questionable. I feel like you could roll like one more piece. I feel like you could spend 2 minutes rolling and get something better than this one. I genuinely think you could spend like 2 or 3 minutes rolling and get something better than this, because this is diabolically bad. Like this is one. You know what? Surely I could just roll something right now and it'll be better. Okay, you got some stuff to work with here. It's low key. It's already better. Hey, honestly, wait. Well, there you go. It's just that easy, folks. Yeah, I told you. You just spend like 30 seconds rolling and you'll get a better piece, right? Check him, PC. Hey. Hey, the stats look better. They're still not amazing, but they look better at the very least. So there you go. It's a free Chang Li upgrade. Hey, your Mono Fusion team is now looking a lot better. I think your Mono Fusion team is probably going to perform significantly better with that piece.
By ingenuity.
Now let's check out the Jancy. Honestly, her build is looking... What the fuck is this? Nah, there ain't... Come on, brother. What the fuck? What are you doing, brother? Oh, hell no. What? You're supposed to build Jue on this unit. What the fuck is she doing with the Nightmare Morning Ikes? Are you playing right now? What is this? Come on, man. Roll that Jue. I mean, if it rolls crit rate. I mean, if it rolls crit rate here, that would be... Okay, we were a little bit ambitious with that one. That would have been like a 4 out of 5 if it rolled crit rate there. And we got close, man. I do think this one's better for now because Jincy likes the crit, but I mean that one was close. That's a 4 out of 5 piece right there. That's a really damn good Spectral 3 cost. Decent as well, but you can also run attack here too. Jincy's also like Camellia. You can run attack 3 costs instead of double Spectral, 1 attack, and it works out fine. Low crit damage, but high crit rate. And 3 out of 5 over here. I mean, yeah, it's just... This is the main thing is just upgrading from Jue on this build and then trying to get a little bit more ER. But yeah, that would be my way to improve this one. But the Jincy looks fine.
No rush. The impatient ones will
We have an,
right into
we have an
our lap.
R2 String Master. Oh, dear. I see why we quit the game for 6 months. Okay, it's just a regular Moonlit Clouds build. I think you're just doing it to get by. And now let's check out the true star of the account with his Verdant Summit. None other than Monkey. Wow, that's a good Monkey. Holy shit, that is a powerful looking Monkey right there. Double crit arrow. ER, but then we're missing a little bit of critical damage over here. And then we're missing crit rate over here. And then we're missing crit rate over here. All right, I mean, it could be worse. Right, it could be worse. Yeah, I mean, overall, the account is looking like, for a 6-month break, it's not looking bad, right? The DPS characters are all somewhat relatively usable. There are a lot of upgrades that can be made for the DPS characters. But the supports are in a bit of a...
I shall have no one. The divinity may. Today will be a fine day.
Bit of a rough spot. Bit of a rough spot with the sub DPSs. The DPSs, I think, look okay. They look fine. But the sub DPSs, their builds are a little bit questionable. But one thing about Wuthering Waves that I think isn't really made clear enough when it comes to like guide makers and all of that is that sub DPS characters really don't need that much. And I'll probably make a video about it at some point soon where I literally just take meta teams and then I just put minimum investment on all the sub DPSs, and then you just see what the difference is in clear times. So you can see that relatively, right? There's not really that much of a point in giga optimizing your sub DPSs if you haven't have your main DPSs built yet. So I think from that perspective, the account owner has taken this in the right priority. The DPS builds are quite functional, look quite good. Some of them have some hiccups, like our severe lack of crit rate on this account, but they pretty much should be able to clear content. And the sub DPS, they don't need to necessarily be built yet, but to clear the content as fast as possible, that's when you're going to want to do some stuff. Overall, B, yeah, I would say along those lines. B, C, nah, not C, probably B considering the fact that they're returning. All right, anything in particular you want me to take a look at on this account, Affec? Okay. Sorry, I was just talking with my editor real fast. But, yeah, anything I can do? The backpack. What do you mean by the backpack? What does the backpack mean? Okay, you said backpack, then inventory, and I'm asking you, what do you want me to do with this? Do you want me to delete all of your equipment? Do you want me to look at your echoes? Like what do you like? You just said backpack. Like what do you want me to do in here? Okay, we'll just take a look at it then. Okay, so I'm seeing a big collection, lot of variations. Very, very lucky puller over here. Actually, amazing luck overall having this many variations. Bro can actually just R5 two of them. I can see why he's flexing, but this is also revealing the fact that his weapon is only level 40. So that actually might... Wait, I realized he has a on his account. We didn't see it.
The power to split.
Ah, I see. We just... Okay, yeah, there's nothing to look at over there. But yeah, I guess we can see that there's a lot of other weapons. We got like a Zhang Liao with a level 50 sig and stuff in here. So he's got a lot of signatures. Actually, might have almost every one in the game. Yeah, like we could just... Bro's got no echo food, though, so you know he ain't doing Nightmare Nest. He also got so many tuners, it's almost unbelievable. But, I mean, his builds are kind of, they're a little bit mediocre, so that makes sense. I mean, I guess we won't have anything to worry about. when it comes to any Tacet fields, because that's 358 of those bad boys. And only 6 weekly boss mets. I mean, just as like an inventory check, it's like I guess you got everything you need. You got a decent number of solvents as well. But yeah, maybe build some of your fucking characters, man. You clearly have enough echoes and tubes to work with. So yeah, you should be able to get everything you need from here in the Nightmare Nest. So yeah, that would be my advice. Is you clearly don't have a resource constraint. You also got 78 modifiers. Oh, there's no excuse now if you got 78 modifiers. If that's the case, yeah, there's really no excuse now. So yeah, just go get cracking. Get building.
The power to split.
Check his sequences. We've already checked his sequences. Don't.
Specific for you?
Oh, I guess the one that we didn't see was Jinsei. We checked out every single other one. Yeah, we looked at every other one. It's just Jinsei. Okay, she's S3. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe you don't need an attack 3 cost then if you're gonna do that. I think that's the only thing. All right, but yeah, I would just say 6-month break, but you seem to have all the resources that you need to build your account and get it to where you want to go with pretty much any unit on the roster. The DPSs are pretty much in a fine spot. If I were to recommend something to do, it would be to probably flesh out your mono fusion team a bit more. I think your Chainlee's in a good spot after we rolled that Echo to progress further. However, I do think your Brant needs a lot of work to optimize those subs a little bit. And of course, I think Lupa's fine on the standard weapon, but if you want to pull her weapon right now, well, you can get it right now. So, yeah. I think that'll be it for this review. Anything else I can do? Anything else you wanted to take a look at? But I think we're pretty much covered with everything on here. I don't think there's anything too crazy or important to look at. Check his weapon pity? I don't feel like it. I don't know how that's relevant. You want to look at your standard unit sequence nodes. Okay, he's got 2 Jianshin ones, 4 Ling Yangs, 2 Encores, 3 Varinas, and 6 Calcharos. I don't know why everyone wants to show this information though. I'm just being honest. I don't really. I guess you want to show people how many times you've lost 50-50. Hey, go for it. Yeah, because you know this guy ain't built. He ain't using this shit anyways. So it's like it's just hey, look at all these 5 stars I'm not using. All right, just showing your L's. Okay. All right. I think that'll be it for this one, though. So, yeah, I do think that even when you take a meaningful break in Wuthering Waves, you still have plenty of opportunities to be able to come back and make a lot of progress, right? Let me just take a look over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure bro I'm pretty sure bro is able to full clear all the game modes. Again, this is like a 0 out of 36. Maybe they don't try, but their characters are definitely capable of doing it. So, yeah. Alrighty. So yeah, that'll be this one. Appreciate the patience over here on this. And how about you stop taking more 6-month breaks, because this is a fuck ton of resources that you're currently not using right now. Yeah, how about you? Yeah, are you on a 6-month break right now? Yeah, what's going on here, man? All right. So yeah, play the game. Play the game, man. All right. I mean, for somebody who plays the game this little, the builds are actually really good. I might have to bump it up to like a fucking B+. Let me know what you all thought after seeing those wayplates. We'll mark it up to a B+. Let me know what you all thought. Peace. Alrighty. So, unfortunately, and this is one of the big reasons for why I haven't done account reviews as much, my jaw and, like, my neck get sore. Like, actually, like, painfully sore on account review days because I'm just talking for, like, 10 fucking hours. So that's actually why I don't like doing them that often. I finally realized it. I'm in, like, literal physical pain afterwards because I was just here. I'm literally just been talking for 3 hours. So, yeah, that's why we don't have account reviews that often, because it's literally like a debuff on me from doing those. So I'm just going to end the day early right now. Appreciate the gifts, Cyber Joker, to move up on the list, but do know it's probably going to be a while until we have another one. Because, yeah, I'm not sacrificing my health for this type of content. I don't feel like doing that. And I'm not going to entertain thoughts of people asking me to sacrifice my health for this sort of stuff. So, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's see who we can raid. Let's see who we can raid. And go from there. Sacrifice health and it's just talking. Hey, all right, wait. Where's that one guy? Post a 3-hour video on my Discord of you just talking. No cuts, no clips. You talking for 3 hours. Send that 2 days in a row, 2 unique clips, and you'll be unbanned. All right, see you later, buddy. Remember, to be unbanned, 3-hour videos of you just talking the entire time with no breaks. 2 days worth. If you can't do it, well, you won't be in my chat anymore. Dipshit. Yeah, these dumb little bitches, they've never done something like this in their fucking life. You would understand talking for 3 hours in a row is actually kind of hard to fucking do. But of course, these guys don't talk. All they do is... That's all they do. That's all they've done for 18 years. So I don't even know why I'm preaching. I don't even know why I'm talking about it right now. I'm not being relatable. All right. They all suck at dodging. Hey, not my problem. Not my problem. All right. I think we'll raid Cap, and then I'll see y'all later. All right. Peace.